Ah, get the show on the road.
User left your channel.
Uh-oh.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Damien.
Aloha.
So we're expecting 5. We've got 2, and Damien's jumped in. So we'll give it a few more minutes to see if the other 3 turn up. Otherwise, we'll just go with 3. It's not a particularly long scenario. So hopefully, it should take 3 hours or less.
Awesome.
As per
But of
usual.
course, there's always potential for you screwing it up badly and
Potential. I'd say promise.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm running Call of Cthulhu 7th edition rules. For those that haven't used 7th edition before, I can go through the differences. But I'm actually using it to run a Delta Green scenario. So, does anybody know the Delta Green story?
No.
It basically just like it gets rid of the idea that like we're a bunch of random people trying to solve Cthulhu plots, and more just we're a bunch of people who are supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, I guess where it came from. It's modern era. Say modern, but it's actually 1990s. They're updating it now to the 2000 and now era, but set 1990s. The idea is you're part of an organisation that have been recruited from people who have suffered paranormal activity of some sort into a group that acts to save the rest of humanity from such paranormal activity. And it was started as part of the US government, as part of after the Roswell incident and after the war, they set up this organisation. But it was then closed down, and the whole thing was shut down. But a lot of the people involved kind of felt that it was important to keep going, and so it's a rogue organisation now, working to stop what they think are aliens, who are obviously out to kill people and take over the world.
Are we still just as likely to end up stark raving mad?
Oh yeah, definitely. So the 7th edition rules, if you do you want to grab characters? There are...
Sure.
Actually,
I don't think anyone else knows the server engine.
Right. It's... So Trenton, you haven't joined the FG yet. Let me post my alias in the chat, in the
It's been a while.
TeamSpeak. Yeah, my alias ran out for some reason. I've got a fixed IP, but about 4 weeks ago, my alias stopped working.
What I think happens there is that it just cycles all the way around, and it just assumes that by the time it gets all the way around to the start of the list again, that the original IP is no longer tied to that alias, and so it just hands it out again.
So I've got a new one. Ooh, host is running a newer version. Trenton, you need to update.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I was
Okay.
was in the middle of like a thing I didn't know was supposed to happen today, so I didn't.
Oh,
I'm not prepared.
I think that makes 2 of us.
Except that you knew it was going to happen today.
Yeah, okay. So I don't have an excuse. But it's okay. It's I'll be playing mostly Theatre of the Mind. Won't be doing much tokens and maps and things.
Is there a character that is more required in terms of skill sets?
I don't think so. It will be good. I mean, there are two FBI agents. One's the actual agent, the other's the forensic pathologist. There's a Navy SEAL, or a private contractor, ex-Navy SEAL, who might be useful if you want things. Apart from that, astrophysicist, computer scientist, anthropologist, all could be useful.
Are we gender neutral? I can't work out if Karnaroff is male or female. Oh, it says choose your gender.
Choose your gender.
Yeah. I went with like the basic like can fight character last time, so I'll go with one that doesn't really seem like they'd be able to do that.
It's the modern world. How could you possibly need to fight anything? I mean, it's
Exactly.
bound to be just investigation. So if you look at the character sheet, those that haven't run 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, on the front main tab, you've got some attributes or abilities: strength, constitution, size, dexterity, appearance, intelligence, power, education, and luck. All of those are now, in old versions of Call of Cthulhu, they were 3 to 18, or that sort of range. Now they're 5 times that, so they're percentiles, and you can double click on those to make a roll for like a strength check or an appearance check. You might be asked to make a hard strength check, in which case you would press the hard button down by the modifier box and then roll your strength. And the idea is to get under your value, and when it's a hard check it's half your normal value, and when it's an extreme check it's a fifth of your normal value. So you could press the extreme button at the bottom left, and when you roll it'll reduce your chance. Next to those are plus 1B, plus 2B, plus 1P, plus 2P. Those are bonus dice or penalty
User in your
dice.
channel started recording.
And you might be asked to roll a roll with a penalty, in which case
User in your channel stopped recording.
you do that, and yeah, you highlight the button, and it will then roll more than one tens die on the percentile roll, and it will take either the best or the worst of those to determine success.
Oh, cool.
It's a bit like advantage and disadvantage in 5e D&D, but it's actually open-ended, so you could end up having... it's very unlikely to have more than 3, which is why I only put the plus 1 and plus 2 buttons, but you could end up rolling loads of dice and being very likely to succeed. What else? On the skills tab, there's a number of skills, and you can double click on the die, on the T with the die next to it, and that will be a skill check. And similarly you can do the hard and extreme on those. Luck is actually a pool in this game, and you can spend luck to achieve success in rolls which you fail. So if you need a 56 and you get a 53, you could spend 3 points of luck to give you those extra 3 points to the other way around. If you've got a skill of 53 and you roll a 56, you can spend 3 luck to reduce it to 53 and make it a success. There will be times when you'll be asked to make a group luck score, in which case the person with the lowest luck in the group rolls a luck test, and if they fail, something bad happens to the group. So there may be peer pressure amongst you not to spend all of your luck points. And of course you suffer your own luck, so if something's falling out of a window, I might ask you to roll a luck to see if it falls on you or misses you, and if you fail your luck check, you might not survive. What else can I tell you? Fighting. You've each got a section on the sheet with either unarmed combat or weapons, and you can use those to attack. On the personal tab, you'll see the personal description I've reused, and there are a list of bonds and motivations, and some people have higher up on the tab disorders, which are mental disorders caused by insanity in earlier adventures. The bonds are people who are important in your life, and they tie you to reality, and you use them to try and stay sane. And motivations are things that excite you and keep you going. They're just, sorry about that. You can use them just to help you roleplay the character as you go on.
I've been watching a sort of a hacked version of a Shadowrun game that uses like these sort of things, and I really enjoy seeing its use there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good just to give you something to focus on when you're trying to think how your character might react. Oh, still missing 3 people. Let me just check the forum, see if people don't know where to go.
Based on last night, one will turn up an hour and a half into the game and the others won't show.
Really? So you didn't get anyone on your game list?
No, I did. Yeah, we had 2 and
Okay.
and then the third showed up an hour and a half in.
Right. And you had 6 signed up. Good going. Okay, so most of you, actually, who have you chosen? I was about to say most of you aren't actually active FBI agents or anything. You're just people in the world. So your astrophysicist is actually working as an astrophysicist. No? Anthropologist. So yeah, astrophysicist. So you're just working. You get a phone call from Special Agent Will saying it's one of those days. Need your help. And the 2 FBI agents head off to a bar where you all meet up, and the federal agent gives you a rundown of what's happening. He says that Clyde Borgman was an active Delta Green agent from 1967 to 1970, and an infrequent friendly during the late 90s. 4 days ago, he died in his apartment of a massive heart attack. Delta Green has learned of this and has tasked the nearest available agents to conduct a sweep of his apartment to remove any evidence of the organization.
What was his name again, please?
Clyde Borgman, Baughman.
And so do we know how to go, do we need directions to go there?
Right, you've been given his address.
Okay.
He's in an apartment building across town.
And what was Clyde's role in the organisation? What was his specialty?
That's hard to tell. As in, you're not told. He did a couple of jobs over the 3 years.
Did any of us have any contact with Clyde?
No.
So do we proceed to Clyde Bowman's place?
I think so.
I agree.
So you jump in the car, head across town, and Borgman's address is an inconspicuous apartment building in a declining working-class neighbourhood. The building is a jarring example of 1960s design theories, blocky and drab.
And which unit is he in? Or was he in?
His unit is in fact in A block, apartment 104.
Okay, would that be on the bottom floor?
It'll be on the first floor.
First floor, okay.
Right, actually, first floor in. It'll be.
Is that the
Europe-
ground floor?
Yeah, not the ground floor. The next one up.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh, so
first
that's
floor.
so for
The
Americans
second
that's
floor in.
second floor, yeah.
Yeah, for everyone who's not American,
Yeah, we don't know how to count.
Well, hold on, I thought the European first floor was our ground floor.
No, the Europeans have a ground floor too.
Okay, so it's on. So we go to the maybe the stairs. We don't need to take the elevator, do we? That's just problems.
No need for elevators.
okay, so I'm assuming a building this size is going to be more than one set of stairs up and down, even if one of them's a fire stair. I think we perhaps should split up. Although there's three, that's a dangerous split, leaving one by themselves. I still think perhaps we should do that.
So the picture may be misleading. There's a single. There are 3 blocks, and each block has a single stairwell
Easy decision.
and
Okay.
lift. So you go to A block, head in through the door.
But just before we go in, I'm going to take a mental picture of the vehicles parked on the street, and if there's any vehicles that are idling or have a driver in the driver's seat, I'm going to take particular note of the vehicle.
Make me a spot hidden roll.
Yeah, I'm going to go a long way with that.
Oh no.
You make a mental note of the cars parked around, and you get to the door, and there's a set of doorbells, 4 per floor, and about 15 floors, and the door is locked.
Ah,
Okay, with 60 apartments, somebody's going to be coming in and out, surely.
right.
Can we not just ring the doorbell? Is there a need to wait and be
He's
subtle
dead.
about
Who's
this?
going to answer the doorbell?
That is a good point.
We could try and ring a random doorbell. We could try and ring every doorbell. You know, those people that just keep pushing buttons until somebody just gets annoyed and buzzes them in.
Right. That sounds like a good idea.
I'm completely for that.
Okay, you run your hand down the doorbells, and after about a minute, or a bit less, 30 seconds, voices start appearing. Hello? Who is it? Hello? Who is it? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi, can we be let in, please?
Who is it?
It's Agneta.
Make me a group luck roll.
Oh dear. Let me
So
see.
who's
here.
got the lowest luck?
I have a 60,
65.
70.
so that's me then. So it's just my roll, regardless.
Okay.
Oh,
So somebody's asked, have you got any equipment? Yes, you've got whatever you want, within reason. So just make up some stuff that you might be taking with you. Within reason meaning, if you've got no firearms on your sheet, then you probably wouldn't have one. But if you really want one, then you could go and get one on the way. And you certainly don't have
lockpicks.
smoke grenades or... Somebody's got lockpicking skill, they've got lockpicks.
Ooh. Ooh, alphabetized skills. I love it.
So I have failed whatever that luck roll was meant to determine.
Okay, so this press of the buzzers, nobody lets you in. They'll just... They get confused asking who it is and then just hang up.
A simple tactic. We just stand on the next floor and just keep pushing. Keep pushing the buttons.
Okay. Make me another group luck roll. Okay, this time lots of voices come on. When there's no answer, somebody just buzzes the door.
I pull it open.
As they do, you almost walk straight into a 66-year-old woman walking her dog, Mitzi.
Mitzi, come on, Mitzi.
Oh, that's an adorable little dog.
It yaps. It's a tiny little chihuahua, tiny little ball of fluff, but with the loudest little
Yep, 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 yep.
and it just won't
Oh.
stop yapping at you as you pull your hand back.
Oh, Mitzi, Mitzi, what's wrong, Mitzi, Mitzi, what's wrong, Mitzi? Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before.
I haven't seen you around here either.
No. Haven't seen you, you new?
You could say that. We're kind of here on behalf of somebody. Do you know... What's this guy's name again?
Clyde.
Mr. Wallman,
Oh, yes, he's my neighbor.
Oh,
He's my
okay.
neighbor, yes.
Can you tell me a bit about him?
Oh, terrible shame. Mr. Bowman wasn't found for 3 days. A real pity. He was there. Oh, he mustn't have many friends, I think.
An absolute tragedy.
So how did you know Mr. Bowman?
We are Mr. Borgman's friends. We lost contact and we only just recently heard the news and we hurried over straight away.
Oh, but he's dead, you know.
Yes.
But
He's not going to be able to let you in.
oh dear, we were hoping that we had arrived in time to spend some time with him before he passed.
No, I'm sorry, he's very dead. 3 days he was dead. 3 days, and he's up and on his own. 3 days. Ugh. That's such a pity. Yeah, yeah.
Why weren't you checking on him? Surely somebody checks on you every day. Why didn't you check on our friend Clyde?
Yep.
Shame on you. What was your name?
I'm Mrs. Janowitz.
Mrs. Janowitz. I hope you're ashamed of yourself allowing our poor dear friend Clyde to lie there deceased for 3 days without anybody checking on him.
oh dear. Make me a persuade roll.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Remember, you can spend luck if you need to. Were we supposed to put some points onto our sheet for that, like, slight bit of customization?
Did it tell you to?
I don't remember. You told us to do that last
No.
time, so...
Yeah, not this time though.
Okay.
These ones were... Choose your name
Yes,
and gender.
Mrs. Janowitz. I have to say I'm rather disappointed. I do hope your neighbours are looking after you better than you looked after Clyde.
She looks down, goes red.
And says, oh, yes, well, we weren't very close, you know. We weren't very close. He was a very, very quiet man. How was I supposed to know? Oh, I must take Mitzi.
And she makes a quick run for the door.
Bye, nice meeting you. What a nice lady.
Yeah. Mitzi!
I'll make
Goes
sure
through
that
the door,
the
door
Which-
closes behind her.
But was the dog doing that towards anyone in particular, or was it just kind of defending its territory?
It was kind of at the one who said, "What a nice dog," who was
Okay.
closest to it.
That was me, okay. Just making sure it wasn't sensing any evil that was
Just one of
ingrained
those
into me.
unpleasant dogs who just likes to bark at everyone.
Yeah, horrible little chihuahua. Okay, so you're in the lobby. Let me.
Any sort of notice boards on the lobby, like any sort of interesting news pinned to the notice board in the lobby?
There's a. Not really. There's a little thing saying, "Don't forget to put the bins out on Wednesdays." And another one that says, "Do not pin notices on this notice board."
Okay.
I would like to see if I can keep that with me. Can I lift that real quickly?
You're going to pull that notice off the notice board.
Yes.
Okay, it's behind glass,
Oh, okay. My bad.
but you could probably pull it out. Give me a dex check.
Okay.
Easy. So you lift the glass, pull the thingy out, stick the glass back.
All right.
You've got a "Do not pin notices here" notice.
So deliciously ironic. Or
So he,
counterintuitive.
I see.
He's
that,
on the
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
he's on the next floor up. So what I'm actually showing you is the next floor up.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, so yeah, we go up the stairwell. I would believe to the next floor.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
the stairwell.
Okay. Okay, up the stairs and to. Nice. Who's going first?
The FBI agent, of course.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Do you get upstairs to the landing?
Yeah, and proceed toward the door there.
Okay. Yep, this appears to be his apartment. 104.
Okay, so is the door like have police tape on it, or is it just look normal?
Just looks normal.
Okay.
Can we examine the door for any signs of scratching around the lock or around basically around the lock, looking for anything that looks like somebody may have gained entry other than via a key.
Okay, give me a hard spot hidden.
There's two columns, SP and T. Which column am I supposed to be clicking?
T.
T.
T is the number.
Tap.
SP is the number of books you've spent to increase the skill.
I look very closely. I peer at it, but my eyes seem to be a bit tired. And
Yeah, I mean, there are scratches around there, but it could. You really can't tell if it's just because the keys have scratched it when they're in normal use because it's quite old, the apartment, or if there's been some sort of deliberate attack. There's no obvious scratches on the door where somebody's jimmied it open or anything.
now, Mrs. Janowitz has just departed. There's
Indeed.
two other apartments up on this floor as well as.
Three
Does
o-
anyone
three
else? Sorry, there's Clyde's, Janowitz's, and two others.
Oh yeah, yes.
Does anybody, now that we're gathered outside the door, has anybody noticed our arrival? Any doors crack open?
I haven't spotted any.
Okay.
I'll try the door just to see if it's open for some odd reason.
No, it's locked.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have lockpicking myself. or locksmith, I guess.
Are you
Needed.
sure we shouldn't just knock? Just in case.
Yeah, because if
The
someone's
advantage
in
of
there,
the
it's not
advantage
the
of
dead
knocking.
guy. Okay, so
Well, the
let's.
advantage of knocking as
I
well
mean,
is that
we've
a
had
curious
worse.
neighbour might come out as well.
I mean, I've had worse things happen. So
All right, I'll step aside from the door and reach out, and I'm assuming the door is right above like the letter A in A104.
Yep.
I'll step aside and then knock on the door, pull my arm back.
Okay, there is a little peephole in the door. You knock on the door, so you're out of sight of the peephole.
I place my hand over the peephole on over 101.
Okay. Who are you? You're the physician. Yes. Okay. Right. Knock on the door. Duk 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 duk.
I don't think it worked.
Nothing. Okay.
And nothing stirring behind 102 or 101.
Not that you can hear.
Well, we can't.
Who's
In order to remove evidence of our activities, we cannot kick the door down and leave more evidence.
yeah, but that's just the
Unfortunately
evidence
not.
of a theft. That's not evidence of anything paranormal.
That's true. Now that you bring that up, we might. Yeah, that might cover up the evidence.
I'm wearing very sensible shoes, but I'm still not the most appropriate person to kick the door down.
I don't think I could really put enough force into it, honestly.
Well, if neither one of you can do it, I will try, just to see what happens.
All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna
go
take a
for it.
step back.
Make a strength check.
I did
You've
not.
got two options now.
Okay.
You can spend some luck to make it work, or you can retry, but giving yourself a big run up. This is what we call pushing test, and you can do this with any test except combat tests. And in that case, you have to give me a good reason why you get another chance, so like run up, and you also have to tell me what will happen if it fails. So if you take a run up and try and barge the door down and you fail again, then you're likely to dislocate your shoulder or break the door off its hinges and make a huge noise or something. So you can tell me what you think might happen, or you can just look.
As I see Agent Cornwell trying to make up his mind whether how to do another try, I decide to give the door a solid kick myself.
Okay, so just make me a strength check.
Very successful.
Yeah, it's quite a solid door actually. You're surprised.
Now, is there
said-
something in the rule where if multiple people attempt something, it gets slightly easier each time they fail? Did I read something like that?
I can't remember.
Okay, doesn't happen then.
No, not in my rules.
You said the door was locked. We didn't just neglect to try the door handle, right?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah, you did. You
Okay.
tried it and it was locked. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, make
Okay.
me a group luck roll, because
here we
when
Oh,
the
dear.
physician bounces off the door and falls to the floor, it did make a resounding dong. Okay. Listening at the other doors, you don't hear anybody wondering what's happening, so you're good so far.
Okay, time to push, I think.
Yeah, what if we both push on it at the same time?
The metagaming, that the only problem with that is if we both fail, then I'm assuming that the astrophysicist hasn't tried because his strength is even worse.
Her.
Her.
Indeed. She's a tiny, frail person. She's
So,
4'11". She weighs 110 pounds. She's by no means any muscle.
Okay,
But boy, does she
suggest,
understand physics.
yeah,
Mhm.
I suggest you push or use some luck, and then if you fail, then I'll have to do the same.
Oh, hold on. Couldn't I use some like understanding of physics to like properly lever the door open with like a crowbar or something?
If you can find a crowbar, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a tire iron from the car.
Yeah, exactly. I'll run and go get that real quickly.
Okay. So you run down the
I
stairs.
shall go down and wait inside the lobby so I can open the door for him on his return.
Right.
Her return.
Exactly.
And
Brilliant.
I'll stand here. If anybody comes out of the lift or up the stairs that isn't one of these guys, I'll act like I'm waiting for the lift.
Okay, good idea. Okay, so you run down out to the car, get the tire iron, come back, and the Kamarov is waiting for you with the door open, lets you in, back up the stairs. Now,
Right.
you're going to try and jimmy the door open with the tire iron. So make me a strength check with a
Well-
bonus die.
Well, I would say I would actually tell the federal agent to do this, but direct him as to where is the best place to put the force on the door.
Okay. So make me a
That
roll
would still
with
probably
a
be pushing
bonus
it, though.
die. Nice. Okay. So under the careful instruction, you make the right move, put the right force, and there's a. And because you made an extreme success, I'm going to say that there's minimal damage to the door and minimal noise.
All right.
In fact, as you go in, you see that what's actually happened is it's pushed the metal part out from the back of the door on the inside. So on the outside, there's actually no discernible damage to the door.
I am incredibly proud of myself right now.
Yes, you should be.
So inside is what am I doing?
Cthulhu. Ah.
So there's a relatively small living cum dining room. A small apartment, Spartan and grim.
Any signs of disturbance?
Apart from the patina of cigarette smoke, there is scant evidence that anyone actually lived here. Just inside the door, a ring of labelled keys hangs from a hook, including one to the front door.
Ah. Too bad we didn't have that before.
There
Okay, so
a number of keys, one to the mailbox, one to the front door, one to something else which you can't identify as a big metal key, and one which people who have lived in apartments like this before would know is probably to a storage area in the basement.
okay. But the
Obviously taking the keys with us.
yeah, take the keys. The one key that we didn't really recognize, that doesn't. None of us would have seen that a key like that before. That might be to like a bicycle
Okay.
lock or something. Anything that we might recognize as being a certain type of key.
Make me an idea roll, which is essentially an intelligence check. You can all make it.
Okay. If I could find, where is that on that? Oh, right here, intelligence.
Yeah.
So you're all looking at it going, to me that looks like a key to a shed or a cabin or something like that. a big rustic lock.
Okay. So yeah, we take that.
The other
too.
things in the room, you can see a well-worn couch faces an archaic squat television that carries basic cable. Adjacent coffee table are stacks of crossword puzzle books, some Sports Illustrated, Reader's Digest, and there is a box, looks like a donut box.
A donut box.
I'm going to pick up the crossword magazine, or magazines in particular, and
Yep.
thumb through them looking for anything, crosswords and cryptology and codes often go together. I'm going to see if I find anything scrawled that looks out of place in the crossword book.
Okay, there's they're mainly completed. He obviously spent a lot of time doing these things. There are very few left uncompleted. Make me a spot hidden or an intelligence check. You choose. Okay, so he looks like he was a relatively intelligent, educated man. Doesn't seem to have made too many mistakes. Hasn't given up on any. He seemed to enjoy his crossword puzzles. But you can't see any mystical Cthulhian deity names scrawled anywhere or anything like that.
Thank you.
All pretty normal.
So, looking around the room, would we be able to discern what the evidence is we're supposed to cover up, or what has happened here that we need to make look like didn't happen?
I think essentially you've been told that he did work for the organisation formally for 3 years, plus off and on as an advisor since that time. It's possible he would have taken notes. It's possible he may have collected evidence of some sort and kept it in his apartment. It's possible there's nothing.
Okay.
But
So
given that he's worked for the organisation for so long, it's quite possible that there might be something that needs cleaning up. If there's nothing to be found, great.
Okay. So
Any
I'd like
pictures
to.
on the walls?
In the living room, there's a very cheap and standard print on the wall of a lake.
Pull it down off the wall, nothing behind it, and also just peel the backing off it and make sure there's nothing hidden in there as well.
Yep, there's nothing hidden. Standard cheap print.
So I'd like to start an active search through any drawers, putting my hands under tables, doing the standard, looking around for secret stuff, all the while paying special attention to anything that might come into my mind as, like, for example, the picture on the wall, that could be a representation of or a inspiration for some cabin that this guy has that we might have a key for now and stuff like that. I'm just trying to look for things I can put together in my head that might give us clues.
I would like to turn on the television and sit down on the couch.
Okay. That make me spot and roll for your search.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay. Just searching the living room, or are you moving on?
I'm assuming that's a bedroom there,
No.
is it?
Opening the door to that, you find a bathroom.
And I'm just the answer to your question. I'm trying to search everywhere. I want to search every square inch of this as much as I can get done before something happens.
Okay, so kind of go through it. Then you find the small bathroom and a linen closet. In there, there's linen. Nothing too
I'm
exciting.
checking the medicine cabinet, the bulb cabinet in particular, looking for what sort of medications he might be on with my medical skills.
The bathroom is in a disturbed state. A broken towel rack, a cracked shower door, a few fragments of broken ceramic toothbrush holder swept into the corner. There also persists a faint smell of corpse.
I'm sure I've been around a few dead bodies. I'm not particularly bothered by the dead corpse. I'll continue on my search.
Okay.
What was on the television when I turned it on?
Oh, there's a game show.
I was hoping that would reveal something interesting.
50-50! Take the 50-50!
And
And I did say that out loud, by the way. That's in character.
is this over here on the right? Is that another door? Yeah, okay.
Into a bedroom.
So under the mattress, in the drawers, under the table, in the bookshelf, whatever, all that stuff.
There's a queen-sized bed. A dresser on top of which rests a photograph of Clyde and a woman. There are high school graduation pictures of two younger people and a few photos of an even younger child. And there's also a ceramic paperweight of a child's handprint with the name Cassie, age 4, crudely painted on it.
Which are the windows, please, on the map?
Which are the windows? There is a window.
When you say there, I'm not sure where you're pointing.
There.
And are they windows in the dining room?
So I guess that must have been there, but it's pretty strange to have it onto the corridor, isn't it? Maybe it's not.
Minor detail. What about the windows to the north? Are they windows or are they doors?
So I'll just open up the rest of it as you run about and have a look. There's kitchen up here, another bedroom up here. There's an ensuite bathroom here. They're quite wide. He died in the other bathroom. Dunno. And there's a balcony out the front. Out here.
This big a place for one guy.
Window there. Window there. Window there. So this room here is actually not made out as a bedroom, but is made out as a study.
Okay.
An office.
So I would eventually work my way around in there, and as I walk in and see that it's a study, this is where I get my hopes up.
Yeah, so no computer, but there are many papers and boxes and storage.
Okay, so yeah, looking for any type of notes or evidence that he was working on any kind of project or something like that.
Okay, so there are... the guy was 66. There are banking records, tax records, family records. There are a lot of papers. So you start going through them, but it's going to take you hours to trawl through the boxes and through the filing cabinets and what have you. Anybody particularly bureaucratic? So the astrophysicist might be quite good at organising papers and skim reading. Done lots of skim reading of scientific papers and things, so she's very good at just doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can handle that.
So you go through the boxes, but like I said, it's going to take hours. You've jammed the door, so that's good. Watching the windows, don't see anybody wandering about. Eventually, going through the papers, you find some deeds to a cabin in a rural area about 4 hours away by car. There's coordinates and deeds and information about the cabin.
Is there
Apart
a phone
from that,
in the apartment?
sorry,
Is there a phone in the apartment?
there is.
Is there a redial button on the phone?
I like this.
I'm going to say no,
Oh,
but you're an FBI agent. I'm sure you could, but you might not want to draw attention to the fact.
we could, yeah, have the last. Is there star 69? Does that work?
Okay, I'll let you find some way to redial the phone.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello? Yes? This is the dry cleaner? What you want?
This is Mr. Borgman's son. He left a suit with you for dry cleaning. Is that suit ready for
Borgman?
pickup? Borgman. Clyde Borgman.
You spell Borgman?
Borgman.
B-O-R? B-O-R? No suit, no. When he leave suit?
Just hang up.
I thought that was the old woman's room in there.
By the way, his name's spelled B-A-U-G-H.
Thank you.
Anytime.
What you want? I love it.
Ow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
apart from
We've got. There's also there's the storage room down here, and obviously there's the cabin that we've been led to. But we need to make sure there's nothing else in this apartment that we're missing.
yeah,
he seems to have been quite careful. In all those papers you haven't found anything that would be considered dodgy.
okay. Well, we can proceed to the cabin, or we can check the storage unit first before we go. But I doubt that if we know about this cabin, I'm assuming that he did all his secret, with my fingers in the air, secret work down over there at the cabin.
I mean, that's why I would do anything nefarious that I needed to do.
Yeah. So what
Don't
do you get?
particularly want to be cooking up spells and stuff. Or, sacrificing blood rituals in the middle of a crowded city block.
So shall we head there, or does someone have another idea?
Well, we have there's a storage room in this building somewhere that we need to check out that we have a key to.
Okay, so let's do that.
Of course.
Okay, so you head to the door. Make me what are you taking any precautions when you leave the apartment?
Oh, I'm gonna
Checking the peephole, of course.
I'm gonna clean, cover up the fact that we've been here, put everything back where it was, all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to turn off the television and blow on it to make sure it's cold. No one knows it's been on for a little bit.
Okay.
I think that on leaving, what's our story if we are disturbed? We're old colleagues of Clyde's, and we came looking for him. The door was not locked.
Right. I like it.
I don't think colleagues would be believable considering how old we all are.
Yeah, but there's not all of some of us are older.
Exactly. That's what's weird about it.
Well, he was 66. I'm 39, so that's not,
All right.
How old are your characters?
27.
I'm mature age. Nobody else is later age.
That's right. Sorry, it is rude to ask a woman how old they are. How much you weigh?
I lift my heeled shoe up threateningly, as though I'd like to give him a demonstration of my weight.
Okay, so I can assume the storage facility is downstairs. I don't think it would be upstairs.
Normally they're in the basement.
Yeah.
So was somebody looked out the peephole? Did they see anybody?
They did not.
So
So
I
you
would
all
say
scoot out quickly.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
we could maybe get in
How
the
you can?
elevator and go down.
If
How are
we
you
if we
going to make
thought that
sure
somebody
the door doesn't swing open now you've broken it?
just a piece of paper, just roll up a piece of paper and jam it in the door, just to give it a little bit of tension.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
piece of paper I stole earlier.
There you go.
Excellent. Okay, and you go and call the lift. So make me a group luck roll.
One of these days I'm going to get us murdered. But not today.
And make me a spot hidden roll. Anna.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to spend anything on that.
The lift comes. Ka-ting! As the doors open.
Anybody in it?
There is no one in it.
I'm in it.
There is
If
one
that-
man in it. A man and a woman.
There is no reason for us not to get into the lift. I get into the lift.
Okay. There are now 3 people in the lift. There are 2 basement levels on this apartment.
We'll go all the way to the bottom, I would think.
No. Yeah, I don't know. In our buildings, it's over here. It seems to be that the lower floors, parking and things like that, is on the higher levels of the basement, and the highest. So I think that if there's a storage room in here, it'd probably be on the first of the levels. That's my thought.
I agree.
Okay.
So you go to B1.
Yeah.
Down to B1. Doors open, and there is a long corridor and cages around the edges.
Aha.
Storage area.
Containing slavering beasts.
Yeah.
Are
Oh,
they
not those
labeled?
sorts of cages.
They are labelled with apartment labels. 101, 102, 103, 104, 201, 202, 203, 204.
Alright. So we got a 104, and we have a key.
Okay. And it is locked with a padlock, which the key fits.
Awesome.
And the cage is pretty empty, really. You were old. Bits of furniture, a couple of old shelves, but no boxes or anything exciting.
Okay.
Make me a spot hidden, everybody. A hard spot hidden. Anna thinks she's put something under one of the shelves and goes to shift the shelf to try and find what she thinks she saw. And the shelf teeters and totters and looks like it's going
Fortunately,
to fall on top of her.
Unfortunately, Anna's not strong enough to move the shelf.
Completely in character, like it makes perfect sense.
If I see that happening, I'll rush to stabilize the shelf.
Maybe a dex check.
I'll step out of the way.
Oh,
You rush in and stabilize the shelf as Anna spots that what she saw was actually a shadow.
Aw.
oh,
Thank you.
You're welcome, Doctor.
Just call me Anna, please.
And thus begins the banter between Agent Cornwell and Anna. Okay, so just shelves, old furniture, nothing on the shelves, right?
No.
Well, this might be a bust. We could, if everybody can control themselves, we can, and not have shelves falling on them, we can maybe look around to see if there's anything hidden in here, but, since this is a small room.
May I examine the cushioning or the underside of the chair?
I kind of assumed
And there was
you were
no car
looking
or
around.
vehicle key on that keyring.
Correct.
I mean, I just want to feel the cushions of the chair, make sure they're the way they should be, and maybe look underneath it as well.
Okay.
I'll allow this as long as he
It's a
doesn't
bit
start
musty.
sniffing it.
Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary. All right.
It's cushioned, but not very heavily. Pretty old furniture. Just, in fact, you think, why would anybody just dump all this old rubbish down here? But then you look around and all of the other storage units have got similar sorts of stuff in them.
It's
People
all for
just do.
rubbish. It's for rubbish you can
Old
never throw
people.
away.
Old people.
Yeah, there are a couple with mountain bikes in them and things like that. But
It's for rubbish you can never throw away.
Okay.
Anyway.
Off to the cabin?
okay.
Indeed. As we leave the elevator on the ground floor, or whatever the appropriate term is, I'd like to push all the buttons on the wall and then leave.
And we'll...
So it goes to. So the
yeah.
elevator goes to all the floors. Okay.
Once we're off of it.
So you're the one that does that. Okay.
Now we know.
Anna's the type of person to do that.
And we will have
Okay.
repadlocked closed up the storage unit there.
Okay. Gonna
Before
take the
we-
keys with you, right?
Yeah, take the keys. Take the keys.
Now, in character and completely unaware that I rolled a 96 last time I did a spot hidden on checking out the vehicles on the street, I'm going to look at the vehicles on the street again and seeing if any of them catch my attention. If there's any drivers or cars that stand out to me, from my last inspection.
Okay. Please make me another hidden. Okay. So you're quite convinced that they're all different cars. Wow, every single one of the cars that was here earlier is gone. And now there are new cars.
I think we're in the clear, guys. Let's keep moving.
All right. There's a ski bib bottle back to the car and whatever that means, and drive to the cabin. Do we
Don't
have...
tell me you're driving. You seem a little drunk.
Yeah, I might be drunk. Do we have a specific... Oh, yeah, you said we had a location for the cabin. Okay.
You do. You have coordinates. Does anybody have a GPS?
A smartphone.
I figure I would have, something like a smartphone that has pretty good GPS technology in it. None of this Apple Maps stuff. Real Google Maps technology.
What's the time of day?
It took you most of the day to go through all those boxes, so I'm going to say it's evening.
It's
Sort of
always evening when
7.
we arrive at the hidden cabin.
It's going to take you 4 hours to get there, so it'll actually be, if you head off now, it's going to take you till about 11.
We need to first go
Night.
and get appropriate lighting just in case. I think we
And
should all make
food.
sure that we've got a decent torch.
I'm going to assume that nobody ate the donuts. So you're all
No.
really
Damn it, I
hungry.
wrote donuts down on my sheet to go and check, to check the donut box before we left, and I didn't do it. I did not eat the donuts. I deliberately waited until the end to do the donuts, and then I forgot.
I have a
Nice.
I have a tactical flashlight. It turns out. Useful to 50 meters.
You can find a mall with an all-night Kmart or something if you want to go and buy some stuff.
Yeah,
Or you
I
can.
definitely, I want a flashlight. I'm not going out into the woods into a cabin without a flashlight.
You could get a fairly reasonable, cheap flashlight at any of the petrol stations, gas
Done.
stations.
Gas stations. Where does this take place?
This is in Washington. He says, picking some name out of the air.
Washington State or Washington D.C.?
Washington D.C.
Okay, so nation's capital. Okay, so yeah, gas station, right? And that was elevator, not a lift.
Right.
Okay, so flashlights for everybody. I got mine.
And it was apartment 204. So.
Right, it was apartment. Well, yeah, that's okay. The apartment number's okay. That's all screwed up all the time. Many buildings here don't have 13th floor.
Yeah, they do that when they build them, don't they? They don't put a 13th
They
floor
go,
on
yeah,
when
12
they
to
build
14.
them. Yeah. Builders are very construction workers. Superstitious.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the gas station, you fill up with gas just in case, buy a flashlight, anything else? Coffee.
Coffee. Flashlight. We got our weapons and everything already, so. Binoculars. That's not at the gas station, though, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay.
But if your character reasonably would have had binoculars,
That's true, yeah.
then you
FBI
could add
agent
it.
probably would have that.
The FBI agent actually had a lot of equipment on his sheet, so...
Yeah, he's got his FBI windbreaker, encrypted smartphone, handcuffs, all that kind of police stuff. Kevlar vest.
Tactical flashlight.
Tactical
Doesn't say he's
flashlight.
got a pair of binoculars.
No, I just wrote that on there. Should I take it off? I just put
You
it
could
on
probably
there.
get some somewhere.
Okay.
You'll know where there's an all-night hardware store, or even Kmart stays open all night, doesn't they?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just realised that.
Kmart's probably it's pretty dead by this point.
Yeah, Kmart's pretty much out of business almost. But there's
I
I just
many
realised that
different stores like that.
that I'm a forensic pathologist. So I skipped over it in the scene up there. I just said I'm familiar with death, but really I probably would have tried to ascertain what happened there. And to me it looked like he collapsed in the bathroom and fell against the glass and broke it and hit his head or something and died. Is that kind of what I was
That's
thinking?
Pretty much exactly what happened. He was either getting out of the bath or having a shower, had a heart attack, flailed about, fell out of the bath, cracked his head.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Roll me a forensicology test. Then I can tell you all of those things. Forensics.
A forensic
skill.
which?
You've got a science forensics. Oh, look at that. A regular success. Everyone's watching as you get out a ball of string from your pocket and start blue tacking it to different places in the wall. And,
Laser lights.
oh, you're into laser lights now, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got those.
Okay, anybody want to get any other equipment wherever you go?
Yet.
Okay, so you head off on the long road trip up 4 hours into the mountains and the woods to a cabin. Do you want to go during the night or do you want to go in the morning?
Well, of course we're going to go at night.
Yeah. I think we would waste no time.
Okay.
You know what? I'm kind of the opposite. I'm kind of thinking, with our experience of things that go bump in the night, that we would probably choose not to go at night if we had a say in it.
But this person is clearly
Let's go now.
this person is clearly not someone who works in a normal type of business. And anybody who may or may not be on the trail of him is going to be looking for people to visit during the day.
I'm
There
good
is
with
that.
going now. It's fine.
The federal agent, getting bored in the car, starts looking for his papers and finds, oh, there was a second page to the report from earlier. I'll leave it up to him whether he decides to share any of that with you.
Okay, so he was born in March of 1945. He has a wife, Marlene, who died in 2002. He has a daughter and a son, Sharon and Michael, probably the two kids we saw in the picture. His occupation was that he worked for the IRS from 1965 to 1999 when he retired as the Assistant Deputy Commissioner of Operational Support. And he was active with a group from 1967 to 1970, taking part in 11 operations, of which the details are unavailable, numerous consultations with the specialty in taxation and property confiscations, no current association with any group. So he was a numbers guy.
So
So we're going to find a report in his cabin that details the government's penny Ponzi scheme, scamming from the American public, or something like that.
the cabin's not difficult to get to, although the last few miles you work out are only going to be reachable by off-road. There's no sealed road to get there. Roll me a group luck check to see what sort of car you've got.
Please,
Do you
please,
have a 4x4
please
or do
let
you
me
have
be a Jeep.
a regular car?
It's a
Oh,
Jeep.
look at that.
Yeah,
Hummer. It's a Hummer.
It's
it's a hovercraft.
well prepared for off-road,
Okay.
and you head on up dirt road.
It's an HP Lovercraft. What's up, hey?
All right.
You come to
Ooh, nice.
cabin in the woods, drive up, park outside. It's one story, but reasonably big, constructed of wood.
I think I've seen this movie
With a-
before, guys.
Log cabin style exterior.
But it's kind of like 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Nearest neighbours.
You can't imagine that there are any nearby.
Any light coming from inside?
No. It is dark.
I was thinking that might be good. All of a sudden, I'm thinking that might be bad. Okay, well, I say we're here. Let's go look.
I agree.
Okay. Jump out. Walk towards. You leave the headlights on, or are you getting your torches out?
Oh yeah, definitely leaving the headlights on, if you ask me.
Okay,
I would
headlights
suggest this.
pointed towards the front door of the
Yeah, headlights
cabin.
pointed. Yeah, and then flashlights out.
Oh, you guys got flashlights. I didn't think to get one in character, mind you.
Oh, did I need a flashlight?
No, just use your PhD.
Yeah, I'm bright enough without a flashlight.
Ah, see?
If I didn't know better, I would think you're mocking me.
No, you know better. Yeah, you're smart. You know better. So.
Okay, so
Yeah, so go ahead.
up to the front door, or the door.
Right.
Who's got the key?
I guess I do. So I'll try the lock with the rusty key or whatever it is.
Rustic key, yes, into the
Oh,
lock.
rustic, not
Turn-
rusty.
And it turns nicely. And click, unlocks the door. You push open the door,
Yes.
and inside, the interior is quiet. More than a few cobwebs. Quite a big quite a big cabin. It's got obviously a living room area, few closets, a archway through to a kitchen area, and a couple of doors near one end.
Any signs of children's paraphernalia or a woman's paraphernalia, or does this look like a man cave?
It looks like a pretty sparse man cave. Well, not even a man cave, it's just a pretty sparse place.
I mean, the key wasn't hidden. The key was on his keyring, but doesn't really look like he took other people here.
Unless he murdered them here. Ooh.
So,
Spot hidden.
is
please?
it a... Oh, okay. Is that for
Everyone.
everybody?
Everyone who's going in?
That's as close as I'm going to get. 41.
Okay, so Cornwell and Anna spot. Oh, there's a light switch,
I turned that right away. Turned it on.
and room lights up. It is connected to electric light.
Hallelujah.
All right. So my first order of business would be to start the search as I did in the apartment in the city and start looking for information.
Okay, there's a large fieldstone chimney at one end, and as I say, it is connected to the electricity. In the kitchen, it looks like it's got running water too.
What sort of furniture is in the den or the living room?
Basic, rustic, wooden furniture.
Is there
in
anything I could
keeping with the cabin?
Is there anything I could lay down on?
Sorry?
Is there a television he can turn on?
Is there anything I can lay down on, like some sort of bench or?
Yeah, there's a bench, sofa, wooden sofa type thing.
Wonderful. I will be there while our intrepid investigator does his job.
Excellent.
Arc an eyebrow in her general direction, and then I wander over to the fireplace to see if there's any heat at all coming from the fireplace. You know, like the remains of a fire in the last couple of days.
Okay, make me a forensics check. Okay, the whole place gives you the impression that it hasn't been used for several months at least. There's a light film of dust, there's cobwebs around,
Any chance
Definitely no heat in the fireplace.
in the fireplace?
I think we can go home and report the case as a success.
Any chance in the fireplace that there are leftover remnants of a burn attempt? That, maybe half-burned paperwork that we can see in there, or anything like that at all?
Maybe a hard hidden or a forensics check.
Okay.
And likewise, looking up the chimney. Sometimes if you burn something, something flutters up the chimney some way and gets stuck. Or sometimes people remove a brick inside the chimney and hide things in there.
True. Did not make my spot hidden. My hard spot hidden.
Okay. Mr. Forensics starts getting his laser pointer out again and shining his torch and measuring things with his fingers and says, "No, can't see any signs of burning here." You can't find much until you find under the bed is a Vietnam-era metal footlocker.
Here we go.
I wonder how we missed that the first time.
I look up from my game of Candy Crush to see what they're doing.
Jesus. Okay, so I'll pull the footlocker out so that we can discover its contents.
Where's
Okay.
the thief to do a check for traps?
Right. I doubt it's trapped.
Okay, you click it open, and inside are a number of items. On top of the contents is a sealed envelope marked with a triangle in green ink.
Okay, hold on to that for a
Hey,
second.
hey guys! I think the triangle means Delta Green.
That's green.
No, yeah, again, completely in character.
I hand the envelope to her, and then I keep looking at the contents. And I'll even say, what do you think
Okay.
this means to her?
I'm gonna totally open this thing up.
There are a pair of reel-to-reel tapes labelled with FBI evidence tags,
Here we
dated
go.
15th of August 72 to 29th of September 72. But there are a number of those,
Okay. We need to start.
and there is an annotated copy of the doctoral dissertation, Sky Devils, Archetype Figures in Native American Mythology, by Karen Barr.
Okay, I'm totally gonna make an occult roll on that to see if I have any history with that subject.
May I do that as well?
You're not familiar with it, but yeah, anybody who wants to can roll.
Oof.
You're not familiar with the work. In fact, you can, as you sort of skim through it, you see a rejection letter saying it was rejected by the University of Indiana Bloomington in 1985.
Okay.
It appears to talk about some sort of occult stuff, which you may want to read at some stage.
Is it signed? Like, does it indicate who the author was?
Yes, Karen Barr.
I have that here. I'll stick this in the pocket of my cardigan.
Okay, so envelope.
What was his? Sorry, what was Clyde's daughter's name?
Oh, one moment. Her name was Sharon. Sharon and Michael.
Okay, Sharon, not Karen. That's cool.
There's also 3 tear gas grenades manufactured 20 years ago.
Okay.
Bloody Americans.
So, tear gas doesn't make you bleed. So
And there's a sizable file with papers in it.
And I open that and look right away as soon as I see that.
Okay, it discusses the Ventaja Corporation, aka Venta, an Argentine import-export firm. Actually, does anybody speak Spanish?
Ooh, how do I know? Donde está
You
that
get to choose your
information?
languages.
I
On the
speak
skills.
Spanish.
On the skills, you have several. Most of you got languages which are not declared, so you could choose them. And I forgot to tell you to choose them before now.
I stumbled upon that, and I was like,
I
Spanish
have
is
Latin chosen. Is Spanish Latin
Yeah.
based?
It is, but I'm not sure how close.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
I mean,
have.
it is
not-
obviously.
not well enough to like read something in depth and understand it clearly.
I have own
Wait.
language, but no other. I don't see any other languages.
It's on the
Okay,
lower
so
left.
you didn't get any then.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The word ventaja means advantage to anybody who speaks Spanish. But it discusses the import-export firm dating from 1965 to 1968. The file begins with an FBI investigation into allegations of weapons smuggling into and out of Miami. The FBI investigation was discontinued, but a more covert Delta Green surveillance of the company continued as Borgman uncovered financial ties between Ventaja and several accounts mentioned on a World War II era financial watch list called K Group. A raid on a Ventaja warehouse at San Juan, Puerto Rico, resulted in the recovery of something called the Scheele formula, and a manila folder with that title is empty.
Shield, was it? Like as in Agents of Shield?
Scheele, Scheel, the Scheele formula.
Is there a reel-to-reel player here in this cabin?
There is not.
That's really close to my name. I remark aloud.
So the envelope with the Delta, the gas grenades, the file. What am I missing?
You said,
There's
I
a
was,
watch list, there's a summary of an investigation.
you said I was given an envelope at
Oh,
the
and the
beginning of
tapes.
this?
Yeah. I
Like
gave.
a-
Yeah, is that sealed? That envelope with the green triangle on it?
Nope, you open it up, and there is a single piece of paper inside.
And does it say post
Huh?
no bills?
It didn't, but it does now.
To whom it may concern, if you are reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated before I had the courage to complete my final mission. You will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept for my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bogman.
Oh,
Well, I mean, there's not going to be a lot of good stuff in a septic tank, right?
whatever we're not supposed to look in, I gotta look in there. I'm a federal agent. I gotta know what's in there.
Look, the man's dead. As if we're going to respect his dying wishes.
No, he
Move
doesn't care. So let's pack this evidence, for lack of a better term of what to call all this stuff, into the car, and into the hovercraft, and then go back outside and see about this septic tank. What do you say, fellas? Ladies, whoever it is.
Yeah, we're both, the two of us are ladies.
Yeah,
You know my
you guys
guy.
are ladies. I'm okay.
Misogynist.
Gals, girls, women, you two. What should it be?
We're not a band fronted by Bono, thank you very much.
You two. YOUTWO.
Okay. Yeah, so let's just take this little metal case, put it in the car, and go about our business,
Okay.
shall we?
You put you put the trunk in the trunk.
Look, obviously we need to watch this film. I mean, that's going to be a good way. But
Do you want me to
Borgman's-
run it in front of the car headlights?
Borgman's very, very keen for us to just blow the whole lot up here. So
Yeah.
there's other things here that are probably going to give us more information right now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I want to look in this before we. I don't want to. I don't even really want to complete his wishes by blowing stuff up. I just want to look in there and see what he's. He said you'd be happier if you didn't look in there. So that's got me all
Besides,
curious.
it's such a television trope that when you pour gasoline and stuff, it explodes. That does not happen at all. I
No.
swear.
So I will.
It would burn.
I will try to. Is the septic tank just have a lid on it, or how is it situated?
So you head out of the cabin and around the back. Around the back is a shed. And make me a spot hidden. Shining the torch around the back. Kamarov says, "There's a shallow pit over there." And you wander over about 10 yards away from the house, near the edge of the wood. The hatch for a septic tank is in a shallow pit, not buried as you would expect. Earth piled around indicates it stood exposed for years.
That's why I can't
same-
go near schools. All right.
The septic
So-
tank's entrance hatch has been uncovered and is padlocked from the outside.
Any chance the key I have for the front of the cabin will also... Oh, it's not going to work for the padlock. What about my... Oh, no, it's not
Well,
going to
you
work either.
you look at the key ring
Hang
and
on.
there are several other keys on it.
Oh, okay, so I'll try
And-
and see if I can open this padlock.
And the cage was
Yeah.
also padlocked as well.
It was. So
Possibly
you
it shares a key.
try a couple of the keys and you notice that the padlock is in fact the handle and hinge are well oiled and the padlock opens. Does
Okay,
anybody have
so-
plumbing skill?
Plumbing. I don't have plumbing.
Okay.
I have biology, or you mean a different type of plumbing?
Hello.
Nobody's got any sort of construction type skills? No.
I can
okay.
make
Nah,
lenses
nothing.
for some reason.
Okay. That's fine. So you've got the padlock off.
Now, fortunately, we've all got
And-
flashlights and no naked flames, no lanterns.
I'm using the flash of my phone as a flashlight.
Okay, so I'll hoist open the... Here we go, everybody. I'll hoist open the lid of the tank. Being careful to turn my head to the side because I know there's a terrible odor going to come out in my face. Maybe even hold my breath.
Okay, you pull it open and seems incredibly big for a cabin this size.
Hey, wake up.
Nearly 2 meters deep. Nearly 2 meters wide and 3 meters long. The interior is dark and only slightly damp, with a shallow layer of water at the bottom on the floor. The ladder has been removed, and it is clear the tank is not being used for its intended purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a relief.
Spot hidden.
Thank goodness for that.
You shine the torch around, and you see a crumpled form at one corner a long way from the entrance. And as you shine the torch on it, it moves. And you see it's a quite badly emaciated human form. And the woman's face looks towards the torch. Oh, who are you? You're here to save me.
He wanted us to torch this place, and there's a living person down here. And he was petrified that, well, I suppose he's petrified that people discover he's a torturer and a kidnapper and all these other things. I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree too. This is bad.
Right.
So I'm kind of at a loss of what to do here. Does 7th edition have idea rolls?
Just an intelligence roll.
Oh, okay.
Look at your motivations in your character sheet.
Oh, right.
See what those give you.
Help me. Is he here?
Is
I'm gonna
who
lean
here?
out. I'm gonna turn around, crane my head backwards, and call out Clyde, and look for a response.
Clyde.
As in, I'm pretending to call Clyde over, calling from, calling him down.
No.
She tries to push herself up even further into the corner.
He's horrible.
I turn to my fellow investigators and I say, I whisper very low, and in a very low tone. Look, it could be that Clyde's a nutter and that he's really up to some freaky shit, or it's possible that she is not what she seems.
At the mention of this, I'd like to kind of survey my own occult knowledge and see if there's any sort of like doppelgangers or Wendigo style thing that this could possibly be.
Take a good look at her. She's small, somewhat misshapen, nude woman in her 50s. Flesh is grey-blue, torn out most of her hair.
Aliens.
Hands are blood-stained.
This is an alien as far as I'm
Flesh
concerned.
stripped by constant clawing at the walls. Feet and lower legs are swollen from frequent immersion in the water, and you can see the skin sloths off with alarming frequency. And yet, she's definitely alive.
I'm not getting any well, hang on, I've got a fair
The
swag
closer
of
you look at
medical
it, the more
skills.
you think that she's really in a bad way.
Gotcha.
Make me a sand check.
Oh.
Does she smell?
Oh my god, no.
Oh yeah, sand check, the crux of the game. I don't even know where that is.
Just double click on the sand number right of the main tab.
I just want everyone to know that what is about to happen is not going to be pleasant.
The Kamarov lose 1 point of sanity, and the other two of you lose 4 points of sanity.
That's what I get to do.
So do we
What
just change that in there?
Yeah,
Yep.
just
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me know
What is my
if
medical
you
knowledge
lose
telling
5
me?
in one turn, which I will know because I'll tell you. Or if you lose 20% of your starting sanity.
Yeah, I have to calculate that real quickly and make my second roll.
So I've got a fair whack of first aid and medical and biological and pathological skills. Pathological, I don't think that's the right word I was looking for. A whole bunch of medical related, health related skills. I'm seeing something that's absolutely not just abnormal, but relatively impossible. Is that right?
When you first looked at her, it looked, oh wow, she's in a bad way. But the more you look, the more you think, she shouldn't be alive.
And what's the smell like down here?
So those the two of you that failed, actually, you immediately suffer a bout of madness. Do you?
Is that in addition to the thing I'm already suffering from?
Yeah. Let me.
Oh god.
You suddenly. Oh, it's a very quick something. Where's my book?
I don a pair of surgical gloves, just like latex gloves, and also one of those little face masks from my medical bag.
Yeah, that'll save you.
Yes, it will.
So you can choose, but either you just freeze, or you have to get out of there. You don't want to watch.
Okay.
Who are you directing that at?
The two people who failed their sanity checks, so Agent Cornwell and Anna.
Okay, so I think I'm going to be incredibly panicked and not have any idea why in this situation.
Okay, so for 3 rounds, you panic.
Sorry, what I mean by that is I'll do the freeze thing, which means I'll
Okay.
feel very panicked and standing still because of that, but I'm not going to know for any reason why I'm feeling that.
Okay, absolutely frozen in place, jaw open, looking at this thing, almost in fascination.
Diverting the spotlight from the sloughing skin back to her hands and her feet, does she appear to be tied or manacled or chained in some way? Restrained?
No.
Hopefully?
Nope.
No. Right. I am going to keep the light in her eyes and start backing up towards the entrance. And I'm hoping that I notice that my fellow investigators are not following me.
Towards the entrance of what? Sorry. You're just looking in through the hatch.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no
Not
ladder
actually
into it.
inside.
No.
Okay, cool. So
Unless you
we're
want to
not
be
in-
inside. You can be inside
No,
if you want
no,
to be inside.
No, absolutely not. No, that's fine. So
You lowered yourself down, dropped in.
Yeah. I thought that the other guy's having the bad dreams.
Okay.
I gently shut the lid on the septic tank and take in some deep breaths of fresh air.
You closed the lid. Okay.
Correct. I fumble for the padlock.
You hear a scrabbling inside. Anna is frozen in place.
I put some weight on top of the lid. I'm trying to ensure that the lid goes down, and I'm trying to get the padlock back in place.
Okay. Yep. You put the padlock in place. What did the other two do?
Did we? I must have missed something. Did we trap her in there, or she's out?
We believe
She's
she's trapped in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to I don't know that I can do anything to help, but I'll try to shake whoever's frozen and like wake them up or bring them back to us.
You're one of
Okay.
them.
Yeah. You got to choose either to panic and run away, or to freeze. Anna chose to freeze, and
Oh, so
you didn't.
oh yeah,
You didn't say.
I'll panic and run away.
Okay. So you saw the thing, its eyes locked on you.
And I've been married.
You
My character's
suddenly
been
realised
yeah
that it
married.
shouldn't be alive, and you just roll me a luck roll.
Okay, luck.
Mid-page.
I don't know why I'm having trouble. Oh, here we go. Eek.
Okay. As you jump and stand up, you drop the flashlight, and it dropped down into the septic tank, and is rolling around on the bottom of the septic tank as you turned and moved rapidly towards the car, leaving the other two. Anna is frozen in place, and Kamarov
God damn it! I lost my tactical
fairly in
flashlight.
control,
Fuck.
looking down, saying that's not normal. That really isn't normal. Slowly steps up, closes the thing, and fumbles with the lock to relock it. As you hear the voice inside, don't leave me down here. He'll come back. Don't leave me down here.
That bitch has my
If we
flashlight.
can hear her, it, whatever, talking, I presume that we could talk back at a volume that it could hear.
Well, as you close the lid, it's muffled out, so it's quite difficult. But if you put your ear to it, you can hear. I need light. I need air.
Okay, I grab Anna and start leading her back to Cornwell at the car, and I ask them what did they see? What did you see down there?
Not much of anything. I dropped my flashlight.
There's a woman down there. Well, I think she's a woman.
Oh, you saw that too. Okay, so not just me. Yeah, that was kind of weird. She doesn't
Weird.
appear to be someone who should be alive, but yet she is.
She was losing skin as though she had been in some. Her skin was dying on her, but she was losing it at such a rate that there should have been no skin left on her. I don't know what's going on down there. I feel that I should go down there and investigate, but I
Can
wanna
you
get the
grab
hell
my
out of here.
flashlight when you're down there? Okay, so yeah, I mean, she doesn't, she didn't sick on a death ray on us or anything, so I think we can handle it. But I'm probably still shaking up my character. This is out of character. I probably need to calm down a minute, I guess.
Clyde's directions to us were not at all unclear. He wanted us to torch this place. He wanted us to load it up with gas and blow it up.
That's true.
Make me a idea roll, each of you.
I'm still sort of out of it, so I'll abstain from this one.
No, please do.
Okay.
You're coming around now. And anyway, you might have the
I
idea
rolled an
while you're...
89 and an 87. And still has gotten away with it.
What's up?
You have a sudden crazy idea, and you suddenly jump again. Oh my god. I think she looked like the photo in the apartment.
No.
She looked like his wife.
No.
Well, my character's been married 3 times, so more power to him.
Hang on. Hang on. What we saw a date of, there was something that said his wife died in such and such. What year did we think his wife
Right.
died?
Oh, I'll tell you that.
2002, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2002.
It was 2002. Okay, and all these operations that we've been reading up about, like the Ventahar and the K Group watch list and stuff, these are all much older than that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but you would imagine there's some link between these other clues and his wife, who has been deceased for these last 13 years.
Or has she? Or has she just been kidnapped and put in a septic tank?
She's
By deceased, I did a big air quote thing, but obviously it was lost on
Yeah.
Philistines.
so his wife did not die, and he's had her down here, and has left a note post mortem for us to blow it up. Something's wrong.
Hey guys, are we gonna check the septic tank?
Well, we did. So do we want to recheck it?
We did.
She's down the septic tank.
Yeah, she's down there.
Who's she?
Oh no,
Oh,
Anna,
here we go.
get a grip on yourself.
Here we go. She's gone nuts.
Anna, the septic tank is just full of septic stuff. You don't want to go in there. It stinks like you wouldn't believe.
Is that why he wanted us to blow it up?
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
no coming back from that septic tank. That septic tank is way gone.
Oh. Okay. I guess we need to track down these missing files then, right?
I'm worried that if we blow it up, that we might cause a bushfire. I'm inclined just to leave the place as it is and take these files back for further investigation.
Yeah, this is supposed to be stealthy, right? Yeah.
Okay, so let's.
I look at Cornwell and I said, look, do you think we could she's been down there for some time, obviously. I don't think a few more days will hurt while we check out these other clues.
Who?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I think that we'll come back here in a couple of days' time and see whether we really need to torch the place or not.
Okay.
I really don't appreciate you secrets from me.
No,
Secrets?
there's no secrets.
Sorry, it was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I
I'm
see
a bit
what's happening
confused. This
here.
night's spooking me.
Yeah, don't worry. Let's just go back to the office, and we'll come back.
Look, Anna, I'm really glad that you're here with us today. I think it's time we go back and we put your skills to good use studying these papers and stuff.
Listening to these tapes.
Oh, okay.
And do you speak Spanish at all?
I took a few courses in Latin during undergrad, but not really.
No problem at all, Anna. What do you think? Is there anything else you want to investigate here, Anna? Or do you think we should retreat and get back and study what we found? We do need to find whatever's from that missing Sheol formula file.
Yeah, I can start researching that. I don't guess there's anything else here. I mean, if it's just a busted septic tank and some secret government files, I guess that's all there is, right?
Yeah, that's all we found. Yeah, let's gather all these documents and the video, and let's skedaddle.
Oh yeah, the video. We need to find something to play that. Ugh, old technology, right?
It's actually audio tape.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know there was a video. It just was reel-to-reel tapes, right?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
It
you're
was just
correct.
audio. Okay.
Yeah. So, and there's no reel-to-reel player here. So I get in the car. I start her up.
Yeah. I'm jumping in the car too.
Okay, you get in the car. So you're going to leave the poor woman holed
What
up
woman?
in a
What?
septic
I don't
tank?
know
What are
you
you
mean.
talking
I
about?
have no idea what you mean.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
So where to?
This
To the-
this cabin stood for a decade or more unattended. It'll stand for another few days unattended.
back
Stop calling the cabin a woman.
Yeah, back to the. She's a beautiful woman. Back to the where they gave us the assignment. The FBI officer, wherever that. I'm not too sure where that was.
Yeah, you're not. Well, you've got your day jobs, the FBI, but this is kind of a job for
Off
Delta
the
Green,
books.
which is an off-the-books organisation. It's kind of organised like a terrorist organisation with cells and drop points. And
Wait, did we just become
limited
terrorists?
information.
What happened?
Guys,
Well,
are we the bad guys here?
Oh no!
no, you're the good guys.
We didn't blow
Saving
up
humanity
the cabin
from-
called.
From unholy things or alien things.
Imagine naming a cabin after your wife and then neglecting it all those years. Let's leave Sharon as she is.
Marlene.
So who?
Yeah, Sharon's the daughter, I believe.
Who gave us? Who
Yeah,
originally
sorry.
gave us the directives?
Our unknown handler.
Your handler, who gave them to the federal agent.
Oh,
That's you.
right. Via some sort of message or something, right?
Yeah.
My memory
It
is
was,
shit.
it was written on the
That's
fog
right,
of
okay,
your
yeah.
bathroom mirror
That's
one
right.
morning.
Yeah, that's right.
You have a smartphone app. It says secret, your eyes only.
It's just a green triangle on the app
Okay,
screen.
so
That's right.
yeah, so there is no office to really go back to. So we need to find somewhere where we can pore over this file and listen to these tapes and discover what we need to discover and maybe learn some more information about what didn't just happen at the cabin.
Well, we want to listen to the audio.
Right.
So if no one has any audio specialties, then probably we need to go to
Radio Shack.
I would imagine. Well, I don't imagine Radio Shack would sell them. I reckon we probably need to requisition some resources from your work.
I think a public library might have something like that.
Good call.
Or a second-hand shop. Charity shop.
But then we had to make a luck roll.
Cash converters.
Yeah, cash converters, that's where you're going to. So,
All right.
you
So
didn't make
that's
any
the plan, guys?
special efforts to wear gloves or anything, did you? So
I did.
And a mask, that's right. So the flashlight sitting at the bottom of the septic tank probably
Ooh,
does have somebody's prints on it. Then.
Yeah.
But it's got water
Okay.
at the bottom.
Yeah, they'll
we're
wash
gonna-
off eventually.
We're going to blow this place up. Don't worry about it. Marlene's.
Marlene. Oh, no, it's Jolene, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah, but Marlene works.
so you drive through the night, or are you gonna rest?
Oh, let's just beat feet. Let's go get it. Let's get it done. No resting. FBI agents don't rest.
So who's
So
driving?
Genghis, the DM is
Whose car is it? Is it federal agent? car?
Yeah, whoever drove the first
Cornwell.
time.
I don't even know. I guess did I drive? The DM is
Who's got the Hummer?
course-
Ian
course you
M.
do.
You're the
Ward.
only man, so it has to be yours. A woman would never buy a Hummer.
Okay, so yeah, I'm driving.
Okay, roll me a con roll. Okay, you managed to get back down without falling asleep.
Awesome.
So
I'm
it's
a
about
bit worried about going to sleep.
6 in the morning. Starting to get light. People are getting up to go to work. You just arrived back in Washington. Do you want to go to your own houses?
Yeah, we'll just go to whoever's. Well, we don't have a reel-to-reel tape. We need to find some way to listen to that.
Okay.
Maybe a library might have that, or they might have one that some place like that might have a thing that we can use.
Okay, roll me a luck roll.
Oh, it's still it's
Nah.
65 anyway. Okay, yeah. Ooh, wow. So I don't know.
That library. Well, you wait till it opens,
Okay.
and then you
Genghis,
wondering, "Hi, I want to use
there
your
might be an
reel-to-reel
opening.
tape player." And they say, "Do what?" Your reel-to-reel tape player.
There might be an
Do
opening
what?
in my Friday
Real to
game.
what?
I'll have to check and let you know. A reel-to-reel
All right.
tape.
Cash converters it is.
Okay, roll me a luck roll.
I have 3
Yeah,
players
baby.
in Princes of the Apocalypse. Have you
No.
played that one yet?
Funnily enough, you spend most of the morning going around from cash converters to cash converters, from library to library.
Oh wait, I have a professor that was into space radio signals. Maybe he'll be able to help us.
Probably. Give me a luck roll.
What I say?
Yeah, he's got one in his laboratory.
Nice. Okay, so I'll
So
talk
he
to the
lends it to you.
guys.
'Cause I guess you're not going to play it.
What's your first name,
to him.
Genghis? Your
Yeah, no,
IRL
that would
first name?
definitely not be a good idea.
Is it Tom?
You take it back to your
Part of the
apartment,
SETI
or
program.
you're going to get a?
I'll talk to my guys,
a,
and I'm sure they were
We'll go
talking
to-
about
we'll
getting
go
a
to
fourth
the-
player
a
today, so
motel.
we'll see what they say.
We'll
they
go to the
they love it
library
that
on
it's
the university
hard.
and find one of their study rooms and set up in there.
Okay. FBI, let me use your study room.
Okay.
I have my card. You don't need to intimidate anyone. Jeez.
Oh, Tebow, that's right.
You'll excuse him. He's just a little bit overzealous. He got his badge yesterday. He's really enjoying it too
He
much.
got his badge yesterday.
Okay, so you'll sit down and start listening to the audio. And it is of congregants of an unknown church engaged in a pseudo-Christian service involving snake handling. Frequent mentions are made of Saint Yig, the Scaled Redeemer, and the Blessed Serpent. At several points, congregants cry out after having been bitten. One person is refused medical treatment and begins wailing in agony. Roll me sound checks for all who are listening.
Oh, sand check, where the hell are you?
By 1 point.
Ouch.
So the two of you that failed, you're quite shocked. You feel like you really want to help, but you are helpless to do anything as you listen to this poor woman screaming in agony, knowing that she's been bitten by a snake and not being able to do anything. Lose 1 point of sanity.
Listening out for anyone in the background, any names mentioned, such as Marlene.
No Marlene.
Any other names mentioned that we can hear?
Well, the dates on the evidence tags are 1972, so 15th of August and the 29th of September 1972. There are 21 hours of tapes. So there are lots of things, lots of people, lots of services. Obviously been
And
done.
is someone getting bitten in each one?
Not in all of them, but in many.
Same result each time?
There's only one time when she's crying out in agony and all of that.
Seems like
There are several times when people cry out after having been bitten, but there's only this one where it's focusing on her screaming.
they might be doing some sort of venom test and trying to make some kind of poison, or I don't know, something like that.
I don't think most cults are really interested in the scientific method.
Yeah, I think you're trying to rationalize something here that's probably not rational.
Building up a resistance to snakebite? I don't know.
That I can get behind, clearly.
Okay, so did we go through all of them?
If you want to, 21 hours. It's going to take you a while.
Yeah, no,
21
well,
hours, in
I'm
fact.
going to leave.
While they're listening,
I'm going to leave
gonna
them
go ahead
listening to the audio after the first hour or so, and I'm going to start looking for Sheol formula references on the internet in particular.
and I will start translating that file as best I can through Google
Oh,
Translate.
it's all in English. It just talks about this Venezuelan company.
Well, hold on, what was the?
Sorry, Argentine company.
What did we have that was in Spanish? So?
Something was in Spanish.
Yeah, the name of the company, Venta,
Oh, okay, my bad.
which means advantage.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do some computer use.
Okay, we've also got a K Group World War II watch list. And there's also, well, anything about the company Ventaha and their gun smuggling or arms smuggling operation.
So are you taking any precautions to not be noticed doing these computer searches?
I mean, I'm
Not
gonna
really.
I'm gonna find a stall that is far away and has my back to a wall, so I can see anyone that's coming towards me or looking at me or so on, because I know better.
Okay. So, general internet searches for most of these things come up with very little. The shield formula, for example, can't find anything really. I mean, there's a
Can you spell that for me again?
SCHEL. You find things like Manfred Shield, digestive formula, but not a lot else.
And my character's not gonna have any like dark web stuff that they can access.
Okay, we're possibly going to have to access other services that may raise flags. We might have to. The weapons smuggling operation was an FBI operation. That we could probably find more info out on that using FBI resources. Same with a World War II watch list. I don't know about the Shield formula though.
I'm going to remind you now what the actual directives were.
Get rid of the evidence.
Just make sure that when the family follow up on him, take over the apartment, that there's no evidence left. Expected within 48 hours.
Well, we took the keys to the cabin, and we took the information about the cabin.
That's true.
And we
Maybe
cleared
they
out
don't know about the cabin.
we have all the evidence. So the directive of make sure there's not any evidence would be we'd have to destroy it, but we have it all, or at least as much. Maybe we don't have it all, but we think we do.
It's just whether we could live with our consciences if we were to abandon this woman.
Oh no, I'm fine with that. I've been
Well,
married. I'm on my third wife, so yeah.
So who
abandoning
dropped
a
the
woman is-
flashlight though?
I did. Yeah, that has me worried a little bit, but
Yeah.
you know, that could be anybody's flashlight. It could be a flashlight that I had one day before, and then it's been stolen.
Okay. Who found the electric light switch in the cabin?
I did.
So your fingerprints are probably there as well.
Oh, sure they are. Yeah, I wasn't wearing gloves or anything. Although that kind of that sort of seems to me, even though I didn't say it, that seems to me that it would be an FBI agent's standard procedure is to glove up before he entered any kind of thing where he was poking around. But if DM says I didn't do it, then I didn't do it.
You were tired, long journey, late at night.
Forgot my protocol. Okay, that's cool.
After a whole day looking through files, you know.
He did get the badge yesterday.
But I guess nobody's going to be fingerprinting the light switch if there's nothing suspicious.
Right. And
It
what
doesn't
are
look
the,
like you broke in.
Let's
You
just
haven't
take Marlene
damaged
back to
anything.
the nearest old person's home and leave her there.
And if somebody does find the flashlight in the bottom of a shit hole, what are the chances they're gonna be like, what? You know, what? Do you suppose there was some funny business down here?
Well, as long as Marlene's not there. 'Cause
Right.
She's definitely not
Burn it all fucking down.
not
Just
what you'd
burn it
expect to
down.
find, let's say.
I have another suggestion. We could perhaps take some chloroform,
See, yeah, we did that.
and
Remove-
we
yeah,
could
did
just
that.
throw some chloroform, enough chloroform down into the septic tank to knock her out, retrieve
What?
your flashlight.
What part of this discussion has been like with me involved? Oh, no, I'm not even. I'm still at
None
the
of it.
computers.
You're
Okay,
watching.
yeah.
You're doing something else.
Okay.
We're painfully aware of
yeah.
your fragile state of mind.
We don't have to burn the whole place down, but we do have 3 gas grenades.
Tear gas.
Oh, right, tear gas. As I said myself, they don't cause blood.
I actually have in my inventory, in my medical bag, I actually have a basic gas mask. I mean, we could throw the tear gas down there, and I could give you the gas mask, and you could climb down and retrieve your torch.
And you're going to leave Marlene down there?
Well, to me, our options are leave her down there or blow her up.
I quite like to take her to the old people's home.
I'm gonna come stop by and say, hey guys, didn't find anything online. You guys have any ideas what we should do next?
Awkward silence.
Yeah, I guess because of that awkward silence, my answer is no. I don't have any other ideas. We removed the evidence of our activities. We haven't reported security breaches to anybody because we haven't. I don't even know how to get a hold of this person who gave me the message. What did no friendlies mean?
Means there's no known people. You wouldn't expect to find anybody who knows what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
So if you meet somebody,
Right, that makes sense.
yeah.
So, aside from reporting security breaches, we've completed, or at least it seems we've completed everything we need to complete.
There's one piece of evidence that's likely to raise a few questions.
Okay.
User joined your
Marlene.
channel.
Marlene is going to raise some questions.
Who's Marlene?
The house. Didn't you
Oh.
see the name on the house, on the cabin? There was a wooden plaque with the name Marlene written on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess why didn't you guys just say that earlier? Jesus.
Sorry, I thought you saw it. My bad. It looks to me like the family aren't aware of Marlene, and I don't know if it would raise questions. And Clyde did seem to suggest that we ought to blow Marlene up. So, I'm kind of thinking that maybe we should go and blow Marlene up,
All right.
just to be safe. Are you
All
alright
right.
with that, Anna?
Yeah, I can actually get us some things to make a more effective explosion that actually looks sort of accidental.
Ooh,
I mean, this
accidental.
I
is
think that
I like
I
it.
think that would be great. I mean, you haven't been very successful in your internet searches. I think it would be good if you were to be able to do the blowing up thing.
it's always so much fun. Too bad astrophysics doesn't really involve a lot of that stuff.
No, but being a federal agent does.
Oh, you.
Blowing stuff up. That's all they really do.
All right, since I'm at the university still, I'll use my privileged position as a faculty, well, not an alumni, to kind of take a few bottles of volatile chemicals that would react nicely with some household cleaning supplies.
Okay.
No, but we're still the good guys, though.
I mean, we're just blowing up a cabin. Sheesh.
No big deal. Okay,
No
so
big deal at all.
someone else might need to drive. Unless we're going to take a rest first, because we've been up for, like, the whole night.
Well, yeah, we'll sleep during the day and then head back out the next evening.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
I mean, well, I'll make a quick stop by the local what's a generic term for Walmart supermarket, and pick up some drain cleaner. Because you can't go buying drain cleaner in the middle of the night. That's very suspicious.
Oh no, it's daytime now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's daytime. It's daytime right now. But I'm just gonna say, but before I head home to take my rest, I need to make that one stop, and then can go home and sleep.
And I'm going to. I wonder if we ought to split up the chemical ingredient list. I mean, if someone were to buy all the ingredients to make a Molotov cocktail from one store, it might get recorded on camera.
Oh no, with the stuff I can pilfer from a university level chemistry lab. All I need is just the drain cleaner, just to make it look believable.
Most excellent. I'm very happy for Anna to be taking a lead role in the blowing up of
Yes.
the cabin, Marlene.
Plus, if we have any surveillance video problems, I can take care of that at the office.
All right. So the plan is to stock up on some chemicals and then to get some sleep. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
And we're going
head
to
off during
meet
the night.
first thing in the morning.
Right. Sounds good.
All right. Sounds good.
So you're not going at night.
No.
No.
The blinding flash of the explosion is bad for my eyes.
Okay, so you stock up. So let me think. 24. So this is going to be about 48 hours after you got the instruction, isn't it?
Well, we got the instruction on day one. We went out. We came back on the same day. Then now we're gonna
And you
sleep.
spent all day in the library.
Yeah.
Because you got your reel-to-reel tape player, which took you half the day.
Right.
Then you went to the library and listened to the tapes, which would have taken you another. So that was the whole day. So you've spent 2 days.
Okay. Was there a time limit? Were we given 48 hours?
Well.
The heirs are expected to arrive at his apartment in 48 hours, but there's
That's
nothing to
okay.
say they know about the cabin.
Yeah. And even so, 48 hours. If we're going to leave at first light, I imagine we're going to be just at least a step ahead of them.
Yep. Okay.
Ah,
So
sorry.
first
I
line-
thought they were gonna be at the apartment in 48 hours, not the cabin.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
you're
you're
right.
correct.
Right. Okay.
You don't believe they know about the cabin, but it may be that they do.
Okay.
But it is unlikely that they would go to the cabin first,
Right.
even if they did know about it. So you head off, first light, get some coffee, and head off.
Donuts.
Donuts.
We've all been craving
Yeah, you
donuts
left-
since we didn't eat the ones that were in the apartment.
That's right.
I have brought with me a 3 shoebox-sized metal containers that I'm being very secretive about, and just telling everyone to wait for it, so whenever they ask me what it is.
Okay.
I hope the Hummer's got good suspension.
I don't know. Do they? Suppose they must.
They're not big boxes. They're just small, but it's mostly presentation. That's why they're there.
All right. So it's 4 hours back out to the cabin. We arrive prior to lunch.
Yep.
We do a quick reconnoiter and check there's no one else about.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Actually,
and then blow it up.
maybe a spot hidden as you drive up.
Now, I noted that the doorway or the hatchway to the septic tank was muffled, almost all sound going through it. So I'm fairly okay with Anna wandering around doing her thing, but I do follow the directive to get some gas and pour it into the septic tank. But what I do, rather than open the door of the lid of the septic tank, I sort of just pour it all around and hoping that some of it's going to wash down into the septic tank.
While he's doing that, she is doing that, I will
Hang on.
go back in.
Hang on.
Oh.
So as you drive off the road towards the cabin, then you notice that there are 2 sets of reasonably fresh tyre tracks from some sort of 4x4, probably a Hummer.
That was us.
User in
Connection
your channel
lost.
timed out.
What the fuck happened there? Whoa.
Error.
What the hell?
Error. Error. Connected. User entered your channel. User entered your channel. User left your channel. Channel switched.
Back.
What?
That
the
was weird,
friggin'
Damien.
hell was that?
Wonderful. All right.
Okay. So as you
So,
told us, yeah, we saw the 2 set of tracks. I don't know if I was heard, but I said that was us.
Sorry, you dropped out there.
Oh, the tracks, the two sets of tracks from Hummers.
Yep.
Well, we
Yep.
have a Hummer, so one of those was us. And are you saying there was another set?
Okay, so you think, oh, actually, yeah, that's probably I was going in and I was coming out, so that's okay then.
Okay, so someone else has been here then.
No, it's probably just you going in and you coming out. That'd
Oh,
be two
right.
sets of tracks.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Good. So you pull up in front of the cabin, and so who's doing what? Damien, sorry, your
Yeah,
camera off.
I'm
You're going to pour
pouring
gasoline on the ground somewhere near the septic tank. Is that right?
right over the hatch of the septic tank, so that some of it can filter down through into the septic tank.
So I know you haven't got plumbing skill or anything, but I think the general idea is that the septic tank is actually waterproof.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that I notice that after I pour a gallon or so down that it's not actually doing what I want it to do.
Okay.
And meanwhile, I'm in the cabin wiping down my prints.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so I've removed my 3 cases from the back of the car and I've laid them sort of on a kitchen counter.
I get the 3 tear gas grenades.
Okay.
And I position them right beside the mouth of the septic tank.
Okay.
Now, you said they were quite old. They looked at least 20 years old.
They are.
Damn you, GM. I wait until I notice that Anna is completely occupied in whatever endeavour she is up to. And
She's inside now.
all right, I have the 3 canisters lined up. I have the remaining petrol all lined up, and I
Petrol.
very quietly remove the padlock. I flip the lid. I pull the pin on 1, 2.
Make me a dex check on your very quietly opening the padlock.
What's this deck check gonna be? Dex check, dex check, dex check. Oh, nice.
Very good. Very quiet.
So quiet it puts Marlene to sleep.
Yeah. Weren't so quiet pouring the gasoline all over the hatch, but hey.
I flip the lid open. I pull 1, 2, 3 pins and just knock them straight over into the hatch. Push the can of gasoline in, not worrying about where or how it goes, and shut the lid.
Okay. So you flip the lid, pull the pin, drop the first one. Roll me a luck check.
Oh no. He's gonna fucking
I was curious
die.
if you could like spend on luck, or if that would just keep moving your marker
Yeah,
down.
you
and count
can't. Yeah, you can't spend on luck.
69 out of 70.
Okay. It fizzles a bit and then starts to spew. You throw it down into the hole, grab the next one, and you hear incredibly quick scrabbling on the floor of the septic tank as you pull the pin on the second one. Roll me a luck check.
Luck. Riding my luck.
Starts normally, spewing tear gas. You drop it down into the hole, and you grab the third one.
Do I hear it actually hit the bottom, or does it get interrupted? Like, do I hear it bounce off someone's head, for example?
Make me a spot check. See if you hear it, because you're almost panicking, rushing to do the 3 at once.
Oh, I'm panicking.
Okay, you hear it bounce, and as you grab the third grenade and go to pull the pin, there's a flash of movement as something leaps up and grabs hold of the lip of the septic tank. A frail, bony hand with bloody fingers grabs onto the edge and scrabbles to try and grab your wrist.
I slam the lid of the septic tank down as hard as I can and put my full weight on top of the lid of the septic tank. Fingers be damned.
Fingers be damned.
That's weird.
I thought much the same.
What's your dex?
My dex.
Oh, 99.
Mine's
But back in the real world?
60.
60. For some reason it's not appearing on the combat tracker.
I didn't
Weird.
fudge it, honest.
60, dex 55. Okay, so you suddenly see this flash, and you go to grab the hatch to try and close it, and this thing makes a grab at you. Successfully grabbing at you, you can either fight back or dodge, or you can do something else, use a skill to do something else.
Forensic skill. That's pretty much analysing the situation, yeah? That's just looking at the evidence, as opposed to any sort of cutting up of bodies or anything.
Yeah, I would think.
I'll go with the I'll go with the I will go with the Dex dodge.
Go for a dodge.
After all this, I see lock picking on my sheet under art and craft.
I thought somebody had lockpicking.
Yeah, I do, but it's listed under art and craft, which is A, not L for me when I'm looking.
Right. Okay, so you managed to dodge
What I attempted to do is dodge behind the cover of the septic tank so that I can still shut it, not running away from it, leaving it wide open.
Okay, so you you should dodge, you run around as it's trying to crawl out through the hole, and you try and shut it on its head.
Yeah, head, arms, butt, I don't care. I'm shutting it.
Okay, make me a strength check.
If this works, we must play the Benny Hill music.
Now, how does spending luck work?
You spend it after roll to adjust the number.
So, and it would be the equivalent, so it's like 1 point for one.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Deep breath here. Yeah!
Okay, you're trying to close it, and she's pushing against it to keep it open as she's got her arm hooked over the edge, and she's pushing it incredibly strongly for a bony, sort of half
69-year-old woman.
66-year-old woman who's emaciated and been in a hole for 13 years. And it's not moving.
She's not in any way incapacitated by the tear gas?
Apparently not. Doesn't seem to be affecting her at all.
Okay,
Are you wearing a gas mask? Or?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I
didn't hear anybody say they were donning a gas mask, but he answered yes so fast.
I did say that whoever's doing the
Surgical
telecast should be
mask
wearing
isn't a
it.
gas mask. Do you know that? Yeah.
No. Have a look in my inventory. I wrote that down right at the start of the session.
Oh, okay. So, because I thought you were just like, yeah, of course I am. Oh, this is funny to me. You guys are
Damien
hilarious.
well. Anyway,
Is
you're
she
pushing,
winning?
she's
Am
pushing.
I winning, or are we at a stalemate?
You're in a stalemate at the moment.
Where is Conway? Cornell.
I'm in wiping my fingerprints down inside the cabin.
Damn you.
And Anna is in the kitchen pairing her metal boxes. Let's
Exactly where I
skip
needed to be.
the metal boxes.
Okay, so what I have done in the meantime here is that I have plugged. Is this a double sink or is it just one sink basin
Just
in
one.
the kitchen? Okay, so I've plugged up this one sink basin, and I have filled it with a couple cases of drain cleaner, just the one component of it. Above this, I have rigged a sort of a system of yarn that will drop a wad of aluminum foil into the drain cleaner that's in the sink, as well as tipping over a bottle of the other component of the drain cleaner to activate it. And sitting sort of in the center of all this is a large glass bottle, the big brown ones you see in a chemistry lab, that has its top open and is labeled Devil's Cocktail.
Okay. Sounds good.
And so the way this is set up is that when I'm holding this rope, and I'm currently in the act of tying it to a chair so I can not hold on to it the entire time we're standing around. But as soon as I move this weight off of it, it will give me about 30 seconds to run and get out of there before it goes to hell.
Sounds good.
I'm assuming that I obviously know this information.
Well, you're
No,
you're
I
cleaning
haven't.
down your fingerprints and looking through the hatch into the kitchen and wondering what he's setting up.
I've made efforts to keep you guys away because I wanted to have a big reveal for you all to see my brilliance.
I just don't want to be in here when this 30 seconds is over.
Yeah, I made sure to tell you,
Okay.
if I start running, you start running.
Okay, sounds good.
If I start running, wait 30 seconds and then start running.
Okay, back in the garden.
Back in the garden. All right. If
The
I'm in
thing
a
is
stalemate,
pushing hard against the thing to try and get you off.
The phrasing.
So-
I like it.
Are you going to resist?
My joke went right over
am
the... They didn't even
going
get my
to-
joke.
What
Damn
What
it.
are my chances? Do I have anything to light the petroleum with?
Pushing hard to
The
get
gas.
you off. That was funny.
I kind of think you should have brought some if you were planning on actually burning it.
In that case, I wish to make a desperate attempt to grab to ignite the Zippo lighter and plunge it into or drop it into or toss it into the spilled gasoline all around the lip.
Plunge. I like
I'm
plunge.
aware that I'm also in danger there, but I figure my thoughts are that I'm going to get burnt here by the lesser amount of gasoline that I poured around the lip, but it's going to explode the stuff underneath as well, inside the septic tank where this Marlene is
You haven't poured
mostly
any in yet.
still inside, and I'm going to
You
hope
didn't-
that my
We are
first
literally
aid skills will
about to
save me
blow shit
afterwards.
up.
But I thought you hadn't poured any gasoline in yet because you poured it over the top and then when you realised it wasn't going to get in, you opened the thing and threw in 3.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right. Absolutely, you're right. I hadn't gotten to pushing the gasoline tin down. That was going to be the last one.
Yeah.
Damn you. Okay.
So are you going to resist being pushed
Yeah,
off
resist.
the...
Resist. Do it.
Oh,
Yeah, do it.
okay, roll me a strength check to see if you can resist her somewhat incredible strength.
Ooh.
She got a hard success, you got a regular success, so you are pushed back as the as this
Oh
the
no.
cap of the
This is the beginning
septic
of the
tank
end, you guys.
flies open, and this hag crawls over the edge
Oh, it's a hag.
Into bright sunlight.
into bright sunlight. What do you want to do?
Shrivels and dies.
You've pulled out your Zippo lighter, or have you not?
No, if I didn't, because the Zippo lighter was intended to blow the larger man up. Can I pull out my Beretta?
You can pull out your Beretta.
We're at close range. I pull out my Beretta and start shooting.
Yeah. Somebody's finally this after 3 hours. There's going to be some combat. Which usually doesn't really.
How does that work? I don't know how to do combat in this.
So, have you got a Beretta on your character sheet?
I do.
But not on the... Oh, where are you? That's not you. That's you.
What do I have? I have a light pistol, 32 caliber.
In that case, where it says Beretta, your percentage chance with the Beretta is equal to your skill in firearms pistols,
It's probably a 0.
which means it defaults to firearm to 10.
10.
Which doesn't seem very high, does it?
What's going to happen?
That's fine. I'm a scientist. I'm not a murderer.
I'm a
It's just there
scientist.
to
I'm a
keep
doctor,
as
not a
bit of-
scientist.
There's a bit of comfort. More, I'd never actually practiced with it. I hate the damn thing, but just carry it with me out of habit. So I pull my Beretta out, and I start wildly shooting at Marlene.
Wildly shooting. This is awesome.
Okay, roll me 10% on your firearms. Where's your... On the front page of your sheet,
Yes!
10 in there. Yep.
Fail. Oh. Ooh,
Okay,
fail.
everyone in the house hears gunshots outside.
Yeah, I go running out there.
Okay. It's only a 22. Nobody would have noticed.
Drawing my gun.
Actually, roll me...
Go ahead.
Roll it again, but with a bonus, because you're at point blank range.
Yeah, point blank. Do it. Point blank. I'm so punch drunk right now. Oh my god, I've been up all day. Fuck.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh,
That is like a impale or whatever. Extreme success. Yeah.
But it's not really, is it?
It's not
No.
really. The extreme
0.8 of
success.
10 isn't an
No.
extreme success.
I think rolling
That-
extreme success
that's
is doing
why
up to 20%.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. My calculation's not working. Okay, so do me some damage then.
Do it.
Okay, my little puny 22 strikes her right in the chest. And her chest sloughs off.
Yeah, the bullet hits her. She rolls off the back of the back of the septic tank out and the other side of the hatch. And everybody has heard the gunshot.
I just kind of exclaim, like, what the absolute fuck is going on?
And I bolt out the door. I gotta go find out what the hell. I got my gun out. I heard guns. I'm a federal agent. I hear guns. I go running. That's right. You heard me. I go running.
I'm
What's going
staying
on?
put. There's no way I'm leaving this fucking
Oh,
atom
Contraption.
bomb analog alone for any reason. And plus, I'm very proud of it, so I need to show it off to everyone before it goes off.
You rush out the door and you can see... Well, you can't actually. You've got to go round. So next round you'll run around the back.
okay.
Right now it's... How did she not get her go? This is crazy. Okay, so the thing that that which was Marlene is scrabbling on the floor on the other side of the hatch, and
The floor. Oh,
suddenly leaps over the hatch
I have a
and
thing when
makes
people
a
call the
desperate
ground the floor. I don't know why.
scrabbling claw
Makes me
attack
crazy.
at your head.
That which was Marlene. That was so awesome.
Her bony fingers dig into your scalp as she's flipped right over you and lands behind you, scratching you with terrible bony fingers right deep down into your scalp. You feel the blood start to well up as you take 3 points of damage.
Ow.
I squeal in horror and start running, trying to
How many
get away.
How many hit
No
points do
thoughts
you
of
have?
fighting
You
back.
should have. You should have 10, isn't it?
I do have
You've
10
lost
hit
3,
points.
so you're down to 7. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no more thoughts of fight. I realised that it was just a lucky shot when I hit Marlene the first time. My only thoughts now are escape. And I guess the question is, do I run towards my fellow investigators, or do I run away from them? Towards them. I run towards them. I run for the house.
You run for the house. Okay. You make it to the corner of the house, 10 yards away,
Here we go.
as Federal Agent
Oh no.
comes around the corner.
Oh, shit.
Special Agent Cornwell almost bumps into you. What was the shot?
Where's Anna?
She's rigging the bomb. This place is gonna blow up.
Where's Anna?
What? I just said. What?
I look at Cornwell and I say, where is Anna?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't. She's in the cabin rigging the bomb.
No, you said she was rigging the bomb, but you didn't tell me where. So,
Oh, in the cabin.
alright.
I thought
So,
I did. I was.
It was such a simple request.
Yeah. Well, and then I thought I gave the information, and then he asked again, and I'm like, did they not hear me? Is TeamSpeak broken again? What's going on?
Gotcha.
So
As you're
my
discussing
intention
this,
is,
you hear
I don't want to leave Anna behind.
scrabbling feet behind
Bye.
Kamarov, and an incredibly fast figure, bony thing,
This is fucked
just
up.
leaps through the air.
Oh my god.
and digs its claws, or tries to dig its claws into your face.
You're being.
Camera off.
Okay.
Kamarov. No, not Kamarov. Special Agent, whatever his name is.
I had to fucking ask.
'Cause she,
Okay, I dodge. I duck. I refuse. That's what I do. I refuse.
so you have 3 choices.
Okay.
You can dodge, or you can fight back. So try and deflect her hit and hit her back. Or you can use some skill to do something that I haven't thought of.
Persuade. I am going to. Yeah, right. Because I'm going to dodge. I believe that's the most logical thing for me to do at this point.
Okay, dodge. Roll me a dodge skill.
Yeah.
Extreme success. You have managed to. You just see her coming over Kamarov's shoulder. As she leaps through the air, you push
Talk my
Kamarov
way out
to
of it.
one side, dodge out the way, and she flies over you and rolls in the dirt behind you, springing back to her feet with incredible speed and agility.
Have you guys played Fallout 4?
No, I haven't.
Okay, like, if you ever see any footage of the feral ghouls and that, like, that's what I'm thinking of right now, where she just kind of ragdolls across them and just picks up back where she lands.
Oh my god. shoot her in the face. Oh shit! What are we gonna do?
Okay.
Okay,
Anna,
so
you
go
can
ahead.
hear
Sorry.
scuffling outside as you are doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing.
I'm just gonna stand in here. Like it's done. Like it's ready to go as soon as the need be. But I'm not
Okay.
gonna leave it alone because this is way too too hair triggered for me to leave it unattended.
Okay. Camera off.
I burst into the shack looking for Anna.
And you see her in the kitchen.
Anna, it's time to go. She may have
Aw.
misunderstood me and thought it said it's time to blow. I don't mind. But I'm yelling at Anna, it's time to
Fucking
go.
A.
And I'm
Oh,
half
that's
hoping
hilarious.
that she who was Marlene follows.
These guys are so funny. All right, what is gonna happen?
Can I roll
now?
luck?
Federal agent is next.
Okay, I shout, blow this place, and start running toward the car.
Okay. So each of you roll luck then. Camera off and special agent.
Very special agent. Luck. I'm very special agent.
And camera off.
They probably don't watch NCIS. They live in other foreign countries. They don't know that stuff. Although
Damien?
NCIS is the most watched
Oh, sorry.
show in the world.
Sorry. Is
You roll
Marlene
luck,
following me?
If you roll your luck, I'll tell you.
When I rolled luck, why did it say that which? Yeah, why
How
is
do
it
I
saying?
burn some luck?
It's saying that we're all that which was Marlene. We're all that name.
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's very confused. Yeah.
It's just what Fantasy Grounds does
Oh,
sometimes.
okay.
And he
This
puts it-
happens in the I don't think this was the 7E extension, Ian, because we've seen this before
Yeah.
Okay.
on 5E.
60. Oh, in
See,
D&D
how do
5e.
I burn some luck on my 74 roll to increase my? Can I burn 4%?
Not for luck rolls.
So you're-
I brought that
yeah.
up earlier.
Okay,
So you're unlucky. So
Oh no!
she
so
doesn't
that
follow
means
me.
that, well,
Somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna
you
die.
consider it lucky to be followed or not. I'm going to say because you wanted to be followed, then, but hang on a minute, that would mean that his lucky would be unlucky because he would have been attacked. Oh, I'm going to say it grabs your back and attacks you.
Okay, but I'm still running through the house, so it's followed me into the house,
It's following you into the house as it attacks you.
riding me into the house.
Riding.
Riding. She is riding me into the house.
Ooh, but she misses. So she's scrabbling and pulling at the back of your clothes, but doesn't manage to do you any damage.
Anna, it's time to go.
I kind of peek my head around the corner of the doorway and to where I can see him and say like, "Oh man, really?" And see what I assume is him being attacked by what looks to be sort of like an alien zombie.
Yep. That's just what you see.
Since I had that bout of amnesia earlier, do I need to re-roll do I need to go through that sanity check again?
I guess you do, if you remember doing it last time.
Is she sloughing all over me?
Is she
Oh
what?
dear.
What
Bloody
the
fingers
hell? What
are
is
leaving
happening?
trails.
I don't
all
know
over
what kind of
you.
questions these guys are asking.
Failed.
All right, how many am I going to lose for that? Just the
Oh dear.
Ouch.
That is a bout of insanity, isn't it?
Don't freeze. Don't just lock up and freeze, please.
Here we go.
Here we go.
how many points am I going to lose though?
The
'Cause I
DM
do
makes a
need to
shadow
Eight.
roll and
8.
then
Okay, so I need
just
to roll
goes,
again.
oh
for
dear. That's a
the
bit of
these,
insanity, isn't it?
insomnia,
That was
amnesia.
awesome. Fuck, I was talking over those guys. I couldn't hear what they said. Shit.
Okay, I know
missed it.
exactly why I'm about to do what I'm going to do, which is important.
So,
Hard success. That's what my prom date said, you guys.
D10.
Yeah, that's right. You heard me.
Phobia. You gain a new phobia. You are suddenly
Afraid of hags.
very scared of
Hags.
old women. Roll me a percentage. Let me see. Percentage.
Candy canes.
I don't like that one. So, why don't you tell me what you think you'd be scared of?
Well,
Uh,
let's see. I'm gonna look at the character's personal tab real quickly. Because she
chicks.
has this sort of like fascination with aliens, but I don't know if I can like say that that can morph into a phobia and keep it true to the character.
Maybe a fear of
Fear of commitment.
fear of bones. No, fear of
Maybe.
fear of open wounds or sores. Just as
Well, this clearly looks like a waterlogged body, right?
yeah.
Okay, this may be a stretch. You can veto it if you think so, but probably some like this kind of connects to a deeper seated fear of
Explosions.
water and kind of fully manifest in an actual phobia after this kind of view.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Cool.
So you are incapacitated for 5 rounds as you see this horror, and it brings upon you the memories of water and the fear of drowning and the sudden fear of water is actually alive and out to get you, and the water dripping off her hair just sends you crazy.
All right.
Kamarov, you have this thing grabbing at you as you run through the living room towards the kitchen, where Anna suddenly starts screaming as she's pointing at this thing attacking you. Damien?
This thing mating with him.
Sorry, I missed it. I'm sorry.
So Anna sees you run in, you're shouting, "It's time to go!" This thing on your back is desperately trying to claw you, pulling at your clothes, and when Anna sees it, she suddenly points at it, and you can see the colour get drained from her. Her eyes go wide. She starts screaming and shouting that the water's coming to get her. And you're up.
Okay, blow it, Anna. The water's coming. Blow it. And I keep running.
Where are you running to?
The front
It's
door.
not a big...
I came in the back
Wait.
door. I'm running
There's
out
only
the
one
front
door.
door. Right. There's only one door. Okay.
Nice try.
Is Anna responding to my shouts?
She's looking pretty out of it.
Okay.
Just ear-piercing, frantic screaming that's going to go on for the entire 2 minutes it's going to take for me to
Alright.
sober back up.
I am pretty handy in the old laboratory. I'm taking 2 seconds.
In the old laboratory.
All of 2 seconds to look at the contraption that Anna has been busily building, because I wasn't there when she was explaining its glory and its details. I was out the back getting myself into trouble.
I didn't get to, unfortunately. But it's very clear, it's very obvious that the chair that's kind of sitting separated from the rest of the chairs in the kitchen is what is important here.
Make me an idea roll.
Alright,
Intelligence
making
roll.
an idea roll. All right. I'm trying to assess the situation, trying to
you
understand how to set this thing on off.
Yep, you think pushing over the chair should do it?
All right.
Okay. I push over the chair.
Okay. A piece of aluminium foil drops into the thing and into the sink, and a jar of liquid falls over and starts also pouring into the sink. There's a sort of hissing sound coming from the sink and a bubbling
The
as
countdown
you
begins.
are now cornered by this thing between you and the door, and it goes to try and bite you.
I speak to the creature as calmly as I possibly can, which I admit is probably quite a bit less than calm, quite shrilly actually. I say, Clyde's dead. We killed him. Clyde's dead. You're safe.
Okay, make me an extreme persuasion check.
How much luck do you have?
I push it. I push it. I say.
Oh my god.
So
I
how are you
tell
going to
her-
push it? You're going to
Yeah.
grab her and try and whisper in her ear?
No, I say to her.
Pat her back. Don't worry, stop.
See, we had to. He was evil. We had
Shit.
to kill him. It was we when we saw you, what he did to you. We had to go back and kill Clyde.
So I'll let you do it, but if you fail, she's going to get a bite on you. A
I
free
imagine
bite.
she'll. I accept.
Oh dear God.
Don't worry, it will be okay, Marlene. And
I'm whispering. She's grabbed me with her bonny arms, and I've leant my head forward to whisper into her ear that she's safe. She's safe from the monster Clyde. We've killed him. We've killed him to save her. And her teeth clamp on my exposed neck.
And you scream harder as her teeth rip into your neck and blood flows, and she starts munching on your exposed flesh.
I know what the problem was. I should have taken the gas mask off so she could hear me properly.
Probably would have helped. Special Agent
How much
Cornwell
damage do I take?
reaches the car.
Special Agent Cornwell is going to get in the car and start her up and continue to scream, "Get out here, let's go," and make all kinds of attempts to honk the horn and do all that kind of stuff.
That which was Marlene again tries to continue munching, but you're screaming, flailing. She can't get a good purchase with her teeth.
Start the car and let's get the fuck out of here.
So, Anna, this is the second round.
Still screaming.
Camera off.
I'd scream if I could, but I think I lost my vocal cords.
You beat you around the side,
All right. I
working
don't know
your way
what
towards your carotid
I
artery.
am going to attempt to save my younger colleague, Anna. I'm going to attempt to entangle myself with she who was once Marlene. I look for the chairs, the rest of the chairs that are around there, and I try and drag the two of us into the chairs to tangle ourselves in the chairs.
Okay, she's willing to be tangled. She wraps her arms around you. You wrap your arms around her, and yep, she's quite happy to grapple you to the floor.
Snap out of it, Anna! Snap out of it!
Special
they're doing
Agent Cornwell has the car running, looking at the cabin, not seeing either of them come out.
Waiting for this thing to explode just after I see my colleagues emerge running, like every scene of a movie.
Okay, that which was Marlene bites again at your pathologist. Oh dear. And does another 2 points of damage to him. Her. It.
Oh dear.
As Anna. Third round. Still screaming.
And by about this time, there's a bit of like smoke coming from the sink, I would believe.
Okay.
They're both gonna just blow up in there, and I'm gonna
Camera
go,
off.
I'm
You
taking
are
all the credit.
rolling around on the floor. The hag's teeth are deep into your neck.
And whilst I'm absolutely prepared to sacrifice myself in it entirely, if I see an opportunity, if an opportunity comes, maybe that she gets turned around or something, I will flee, knowing that the house is going to explode at any moment now. But otherwise, I will continue to wrestle with this.
He has 2
Valkyrie.
hit
You can
points.
try and push her off if you want.
I do. I try and push
Okay.
her off.
Okay. Towards the sink, probably.
I can't make it bigger. He has 2
Okay,
hit points left.
roll me a strength
Komarov
check.
does. And the other 2 of us have 11.
I burn some luck.
Yeah, burn some luck. I don't even
You
know
will
how-
need to exceed. You'll need a hard success to beat her because she got a regular success. She's nicely wrapped around you.
So I need to get down to what, 20?
25,
12.
isn't it? 25.
Hey? 25? So that's spending, what, 40 points?
40 points.
I do it. I'm spending 40 points of luck.
Okay, you spend 40 points of luck. You get a hard success. You manage to twist around and kick her, and just manage to rip her arms from you. She flies across the room to the sink, and you are scrabbling along the floor, but
More
not
sex.
very quickly.
I
Federal-
would be quicker if the blood wasn't making my hands slick.
Absolutely. Special agent.
Okay,
They're
very,
not coming.
very special agent Cornwell has his foot ready to go on the accelerator, is motioning to open up all the doors just in case somebody emerges, but is starting to have delusions of watching this cabin blow up in front of him and going home and taking all the credit to himself.
Okay. That which was Marlene
That's how I
dives
play it,
back onto you
motherfuckers.
and tries to grapple you back to the ground. Oh, what am I doing?
What, she dived back on me again?
Yeah.
Cow.
Cal.
Okay, she's grappled you, but you get to roll your grappling skill, fighting grapple.
This
Or
game
dodge,
started
actually.
at
You could dodge.
7 o'clock? Oh yeah, he said 3.5 hours. Or no, he said 3 hours. Whatever. It's almost
I don't have any grapple, so it's got to be dodge.
Oh, it's fighting brawl. Sorry, not grapple.
I
failed.
don't have a fighting brawl either.
Sorry if you guys can hear me yawning in your face.
Which means
I'm
it
about
would
to
default to
pass
40,
out.
I think. So you
Well,
Yeah.
40 is higher than my 30% dodge. Could I do that?
Oof.
go on then. But you got 50 anyways. So, oh no, you got 68. So
Yeah, no, okay.
her arms wrap around your legs as you're trying to crawl away, and she starts pulling herself up your body. Looks like she wants to scratch or bite you next time.
She's riding me again.
Anna.
Fourth round.
turn. Fourth round. Is that when this thing blows up?
No, it actually like the reaction between aluminum foil and the active drain cleaner creates a flame at this point. It'll take a couple rounds for the flame to kind of fully ignite with the fumes coming out of the glass bottle. Sorry, no, let me take that back. It'll take a round for that to ignite, and then another round for it to fully explode, as it should.
Okay.
Because of how the gas disperses.
Blow this shit up already.
And that was your fourth round. You get one more round of catatonia.
Mm-hmm.
The round thing
Camera
doesn't even show up.
This thing is crawling its way up a body. You're unable to move effectively. Your fingers are sliding across the floor. Do you want to try and escape by kicking your way out? Or do you want to shoot it in the head? Or... Damien?
I just want to try. I'm not going to shoot because I've got like a 10% chance of shooting. So I'm going to continue to just try and scrabble out of there.
Go for a
And
strength
all
check.
the time I'm yelling, "Go Anna!" I'm trying to get Anna's attention. I'm trying to get Anna to get out of there.
Got a death grip on your legs. Can you kick her way out?
Okay, is that strength?
Yep.
Do it. Seriously, do
Desperate times call for desperate rolls.
it.
Desperately bad.
Luck.
I think my strength is flowing from the wound in my neck. I think my life
Indeed.
force is draining away.
Spend luck.
You feel yourself weakening as the thing crawls its way up your body. You're kicking and struggling, but it's not moving.
Okay, so in a desperate attempt to, even though I can't see what's going on in there, I'm assuming they're just getting their asses kicked. I'm going to try to make a distractive measure by reaching my gun out of the window of the car and shooting windows of the cabin that I can assume will not hit my friends as a distraction.
Okay, roll a luck roll.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Anna.
Oh, sorry, I rolled it. That was me.
Okay.
Still
Yeah.
The bullet flying through the window and hitting the wall near you shakes you into awareness.
That's right, motherfuckers. That's how I do it.
And because I didn't suffer from amnesia, I knew exactly what was happening this entire time. And I am of the opinion that I should probably just go.
So
Oh,
the thing which was Marlene
Konrad is dead.
scrapes her claws down Kamarov's back, and
Oh,
she falls into unconsciousness, blood flowing from a deep wound in her back.
mm.
2 in my back, 2 in my neck. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior.
Cue Amazing Grace.
Middle-aged doctor.
Anna
Sprinting out the front door.
suddenly realised what's going on.
Fuck
Oh my God,
Konrad.
it's gonna blow! She's a goner! The thing's still here! You turn and run for the door. Kamarov, you
Perfect
are
movie scene.
unconscious.
Perfect movie scene as the house, as the shack explodes behind the fleeing Anna.
Indeed. There's a sudden explosion and from the car, Special Agent Cornwell sees Anna come sprinting out through the door. There's a sudden explosion as the windows fly out. The
Nice.
roof leaps up. The wooden structure shakes and begins to collapse as flames lick out through the kitchen.
Boom.
Anna, you're thrown forward by the blast coming out through the door, and you
God, I hope I survive this time.
roll a dex check to see if you land on your head or on your arse.
Arse. Land on your arse.
You spin in the air, land on your shoulder, roll over, and lie on the ground as you see the flames coming out through the windows, and the roof start to collapse. Cornwell.
Get in, get in, get in. And I will prepare to, as soon as she's able to get in the car, shout out, sort of maybe mumble out, 1 out of 2, I'll take it, and step on the gas.
So, who can, as you're watching the house as it explodes, Agent Cornwell, make me a spot hidden, a hard spot hidden.
Okay.
Okay, you see smoke and flames and watch the cabin collapse as Anna scrambles to her feet, dives in the back door of the car, and you put your foot down.
Yeah,
Where's Kamarov? You shout.
I do. So, you're saying my character now? That's awesome.
Oh, I don't know really.
She was right behind you.
I realize that, yes, but I don't know where she is now. She may be over there. She may be that way. I don't know. Let's go.
Or all of the above.
Yes, yes, haha.
That was the
She's
joke.
about to be all of the above.
So you speed off down the muddy track
Camera off,
That's it.
confetti.
as the cabin is engulfed by flames and burns to the ground. All evidence gone. Not quite what they were expecting, but
We are the best special agents ever.
Yes.
all gone.
And now we must go toast to our fallen comrade who we simply just left behind.
Oh, I'm gonna slip into a deep depression because of the fact I contributed to somebody's death.
She
That's part of my
sacrificed herself.
personality.
Well done, guys.
That was awesome.
Thank you again, Ian. I really enjoy your sessions.
Yeah, that was super fun. I love it that someone actually did die, but it was for all for the greater good.
yeah.
There was half a plan in there. There was a small chance I was going to survive. Small
Mhm.
chance.
Yeah,
You survived for quite a while longer than you probably should have.
that's usually how Cthulhu goes, though. If a big bad monster comes out and you discover that you can't really be effective against it in combat, you're just supposed to run. You're
But it
gonna
runs
die.
really quickly.
Yeah.
It was incredibly agile and strong and everything really. But it was killable.
It really was a mistake to try and do that by myself. I really
It
should have
was.
had
It
Cornwell's
really
help.
was.
Yeah,
But
I
not
was-
being able to tell Anna about it was a problem.
Yeah, definitely. And that's where the beauty of these sessions come from.
It was really fun. to
Divide
listen
and conquer.
Cool.
Sorry, was
Uh,
that was Genghis?
to. Yes, I said that was really fun to listen to.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I probably should have recorded it from the beginning so I could share it later. But,
Well, I was watching Rob's stream while I was listening to you guys.
I'll put this on. If you don't mind, I'll. It's on my Twitch, but I'll put it up on YouTube, because usually when I do like FGCon or FGDAZE or any of those, I try to post them so that people can get an idea of what goes on, so that they might get excited about joining it the next time we do it, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool, no problem.
Okay, so I'll put that probably by tomorrow. I'll have this session on. I did also with Damien. I did Dungeon World, so I'll have both those. Up
Okay. Brilliant. Well, thanks a lot for joining in. Glad you enjoyed it.
send your link to that, please.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll just give you guys my. Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you guys my Twitch, and then at the bottom of my. No, let me give you my YouTube. It's
Okay.
easier. I think it's the same. both my Twitch and my YouTube are whatever the URL is, and then /ROB2E.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Ian,
And then,
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, just PM me or email me or whatever if that's wrong, or if you guys need anything. And by the way, just generally speaking, you guys can always PM me for anything, because I'm all down with my schedule between now and the end of ALO Con is like 50 games between now and then.
I saw your post. That is just crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone goes, "Oh, you must not be married," which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, I was thinking it. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Well, thanks a lot for joining in. Glad you enjoyed it. Look forward to playing with you all again another day.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, guys.
Indeed.
Thank you all and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
User disconnected from your channel. Disconnected.